Hello, one and all, and welcome to another fabulous episode of The Taste of the Skies. I, as always, am your humble dungeon master, Caleb Ryan Koch, and joined today, I am with the one, the only, Evel, being played by.
That's me.
That's you! The
That's
one
me.
and only Kingston, being played by. I'll give it a 4 out of 10. And the one and only Paulson, being played by. God, what a fucking buzzkill.
That's my bad.
This motherfucker. The shit I put myself through. The work I do for this game. Paulson is found dead in his bed. Gage, make a new character.
Political assassination has happened before.
It
It
has.
is suspected to happen again in the near future.
That is so true.
Okay, I'm back.
So, it's only reasonable that we kill Tolson now.
Yeah, I'm there.
Huh?
You're getting killed.
That's fine. Death is irrelevant.
I tried to introduce you into the recording, and you didn't say shit because you were gone, and that's not acceptable.
I was getting banana bread.
All right, well, you don't get a second chance. Anyways, moving on. As always, it is up to one of our fabulous players to give a recap of the previous session. The one who does the best recap, graded in both detail and brevity, will get the coveted inspiration point for this session's start. Who would like to give it a shot?
Oh, I got it. There's a campaign happening. They're
Fucking
gerrymandering.
genius.
They're gerrymandering. They spent the session gerrymandering, right? Trying to split up the votes. And then they went to go talk to one of the head honchos of that one family. And then they were like, we can't help you. Neither will anybody else. But you get some free advertising, IG, because you're cool, I guess. And then
we dabbed up and we all kissed.
I remember that. And then that's it.
No, nothing else important happened.
No. That was it. No,
There was no terrible events that could have happened towards the end or anything. We all lived happily ever after.
And we won, and everybody was safe. And there definitely wasn't a certain somebody that barged into our bar and demanded a political debate.
No, we all jumped in the air for one big high five and ended in a freeze frame like an 80s movie.
Yeah, all of our feet were like kicked off the ground in the air while the high five is happening.
Everywhere you look.
Yeah. I was just gonna say a Duran Duran song fades into existence.
I'm there for it, man.
Along with a bard to sing it. All right.
Mm-hmm.
That about sums it up.
Okay, yeah, I think that warrants an inspiration.
All right,
unless
wonderful.
you'd like to throw your hat to the ring.
Yeah, please. I'm
okay.
taking it from you.
Yo, he's taking it from you. Those are some big
No, what
words.
do you mean? Nothing else happened, Jared. Shut the fuck up.
No.
You're gonna have to back those big words up with a damn good recap.
Right, so.
And if was it summarized by what I said, you lose an inspiration.
You don't have that power. God damn it, now you have that power.
Yeah.
Alright, so last session was the beginning of Tulsa Nevermore's political campaign. First things first, we looked at which districts were viable for us to take from AMLO Kane by figuring out what our platform was going to be. One of the big ones we centered on was Moorgrave University, which will be on the Memphis Plateau, if I remember correctly. Which we will return to that later because it's important. But during this time, Kingston decided that he needs to pull some strings to get this campaign up and rolling. So the first one he can think of, and the first one that's most effective, is the Sharn leader of House Civis. If I remember correctly, what was his name again? Where is it? I wrote it down somewhere. Where was it?
Solarian,
Solarian.
Torlin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we talked to him in a coffee shop called the Alchemical Bean, if I remember correctly. And he discussed that he can't support us openly in the case that the election doesn't go our way. It would be too damaging for his house. And said that a lot of other houses would be under the same kind of restrictions. So that was mostly a bust. But we did end up getting free advertising on his dime on the House Civis moving billboards, which is a major W. We told him that we would give him our political advertisements the moment that we announced our campaign, which we did, through a speech by Taliesin Nevermore at Moorgrave University. Following
A speech I wrote entirely on my own.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you did half of it on your own. Following that, Amlo Kane himself, along with 2 of his bodyguards, decides to visit the Black Rose Brewery. No doubt in an attempt to try and intimidate us off the campaign trail.
Mm-hmm.
He, however, finds that our resolve is very steeled because he is a very bad person. He attempts to goad Kingston by still calling him a Decaneth, even though it's public at this point that Kingston is no longer Decaneth. He attempts to goad Taliesin by saying that his father might even just let him back into the family if he backs out now.
Which was incredibly tempting, I'm not gonna lie. Very, very tempting offer.
And basically calls Avel not even worth the trouble of talking to.
He's gonna regret that when Avel becomes a famous cargo shorts model.
That's true. That's true.
Following that, I believe we managed to get polling numbers saying that we were ahead in the districts we predicted. As far as I remember, but that could be false. It could have come to me in a dream. Let's see. Basically, we told him to kick bricks, and he left.
Ooh, you're missing an important thing.
Ooh.
Something Amlo said before he left.
No, I already covered it though, so it's fine.
Oh yeah, no, totally. He said he told Taliesin sorry for his loss.
Oh, sorry. That's
and the Ravens were unable to find Absalom at the manor.
And you sent what's his name, Beelzebub.
Yeah, and then he just got cucked. He's like, can't find shit. LMAO.
Too warded.
Like,
Fuck.
Warded. Badass. This place is warded. I don't have to do my job.
Ancient, powerful demon or devil of unknowable evil versus itty bitty little ward.
Who would win? Pit fiend from the vilest depths of the underworld. Glyph of warding.
Glyph of
You
warding.
decide who wins on this epic rap battle of history.
Of history.
I feel like Josiah would just like make a bunch of overlapping magic circles that just surround his property.
Josiah. Yeah,
Just a bunch of Venn
Josiah on
diagrams.
Epic Rap. No, Josiah on Epic Rap Battles of History is just the Adolf Hitler one. Adolf Hitler. However the fuck it goes.
I am Adolf fucking Hitler. Wasn't it Adolf Hitler versus Darth Vader?
Probably something like that. I don't know how it got made.
Because it was fucking funny.
Yeah, I know, it was funny as fuck. Commander of the Third Reich, and it turns out pretty dope on the mic.
Bro, okay. Low key, some of the most fire ones are the presidential ones, but not because of the candidates, but always by the third party president that just shows up and roasts both their
Abraham
asses.
Lincoln
Oh, he went so hard.
rides in on a fucking eagle.
God bless America.
Speaking of America, We are back at the Everbleak, or I'm sorry, the Tulsin Nevermore campaign headquarters.
Answer my door.
The Eagles are
Y'all are sitting down in your brewery that maybe one day in the future possibly may one day open. Kind of processing your interaction with Amlocaine that you just had.
What time is
Sorry,
it?
did you say this was the same day or the next day?
This is the same day. This is right after he left.
Okay, just happened.
So
Yeah.
it's like, what, 4 or 5?
Mm-hmm. His presence almost still lingers in the room just a little bit.
Yeah, that's his body odor.
It's his BO. Alright.
That was fun. I guess it's time to go upstairs and get ready for bed and eat dinner. What's for dinner?
It's what's for dinner.
Wait, sorry.
I'm
what did you
going
say?
out.
Who? Don't do anything stupid.
Oh, I never do
Pardon me.
anything stupid.
Hey,
Just
Steve,
probably something unwise.
what are you trying to do?
I'm gonna go have a meeting with someone.
It better not be one of your family that name starts with a J.
No.
Gamble?
Amlo said sorry for your loss. I sent Beelzebub to go investigate the matter, and he could not find Absalom.
Mhm.
Well, that's no surprise.
Isn't Absalom away usually?
No, usually that's Naomi.
Hmm.
More importantly, like your father would let Beelzebub in without any resistance. The place is probably
Well-
warded so tightly that a dragon couldn't waltz its way in.
I don't know, something still feels off. That's not a risk. That's not the type of thing I want to risk either.
I wonder what a dragon would look like waltzing.
Thank you, Avel. I'm leaving now.
Of course.
Unwise does not mean stupid, just be careful.
Talson's gonna go to House Vidalis.
Okay. Olsen, it is late at night, but you make your way up the elevators.
Wait, it's late at night?
I thought it was like 5.
I thought it was like 10 p.m.
Oh, if it's 10 p.m., I'm going the fuck to bed.
Go the fuck to sleep. Alright, Tolson. It is nighttime in Sharn. You can see the stars peeking through from above the tallest towers, becoming more and more visible as you make your way up to the city, until you eventually make your way all the way up into the Highhold district of Upper Dura, where the House of Vidalis Sharn headquarters sit.
I guess I'm just going to. Is it like a gate or just like a door?
It's a front door. You're relatively known enough there that no one questions you coming inside to the lobby.
Yeah, I'm just gonna walk in and see who's in the lobby.
Right now, it doesn't look very busy. You see there's a receptionist still at the front. But past that, there's not a lot of people who live at the headquarters, so the place starts to quiet down when it gets late.
He's gonna. He walks up to the receptionist. Excuse me, is Asa here right now?
Yes, do you have business?
I have an urgent meeting with her.
He taps a stone in his ear. All right, Mr. Nevermore. Asa de Vidalis will see you now. As
Thank
he
you.
guides you to the elevator, and you make your way up. You make your way up into Asa's office and personal quarters, where, as you open the door, she approaches and goes, "Urgent business. What's going on?"
I might be paranoid here, but there might be an issue with my siblings in the Skyway, and I might need your help.
Okay. Why?
Well, the corrupt fat man paid a visit to our brewery. And he said something bad had happened, and sorry for my loss. I am not exactly allowed within the manor to see if anything is happening myself.
Since when?
That is irrelevant. The point is...
Roll me a persuasion check.
Alright, let's see.
Raggy.
Raggy.
20.
Okay.
I rolled a 7 on that bitch.
As you say, it doesn't matter. She kind of looks at you, gives you a weird look, and then just kind of gestures for you to carry on.
I sent a assistant to go scope out the manor. And only one of my siblings was present. And the people I am running against, and their supporters, are people that I wouldn't put it past to commit murder.
Sure, but the Kane campaign is also backed by your father. So, I mean...
My father is a ruthless monster. He would do anything to get in my way of stopping Amlo. Because if Amlo wins, he will have the biggest, fattest, greediest slob in one of the highest positions of power while being in his pocket.
Well, I still don't see your father being the type to let one of his own children, if for no other reason than the fact that they're useful. I doubt he would let them be killed just because, but I mean, I can see what I can find.
I am going to try to cast a scrying spell. Hold on. Alright, sorry. I was given a box of Valentine's Day chocolates.
Lovely.
Where was I?
You were speaking in regards to your father being a ruthless man and you wanting to cast a scrying spell?
Oh, yes. I'm just seeing if you could help me at some point. Depending on the results of my scrying spell, I might ask you to place a sending call to my ex-Manor's sending station to see if Naomi could come down here.
I suppose, just, if you need any help.
You broke up a little, what'd you say?
She just says, yeah, absolutely, just let me know when you need help. Sending isn't that big of an issue.
Well, you'd have to phrase it as some sort of work-related call to get her to come here, and to avoid any suspicion of my father. That is why I don't really want to ask you to do this, because it might be dangerous if things go south in some way.
I've got enough protection. I'm not particularly concerned about your father.
Well, that makes one of us then. Thank you for this. I appreciate it greatly.
Yeah, absolutely.
And he vanishes in a puff of smoke as he dimension doors away.
Okay. You dimension door out of a window and start falling.
It's 400 feet.
It's 500 feet.
He just does it again.
Okay. When you start falling, do you just let Featherfall take you all the way down to the lowest point of the city, or do you try and stop yourself?
Oh, I was just thinking I leave the room in a cool fashion, just teleport to the elevator.
Okay, sure. I thought you were like, okay, you're somewhere you can see. You are dimension dooring out the window. Which is certainly a flash way to go.
Peace. Splats. New character.
There are mages who will intentionally do shit like that in the city to escape because they have Featherfall and stuff, so they can just float to wherever they want to go.
Fuck you guys, I'm leaving.
Fuck
Jump
this
up.
shit, I'm out.
Where are you going? Down.
Not paying the tab, that's for certain. Dine and dashers must be super prevalent.
Woo!
Well, you see, if they do catch the Dine and Dashers, they still go over the edge.
But, Rash? Anyways, you make your way back home. We will go ahead and cut to. It is the next morning, 2 days until the night of your debate with the one and only Amlo Kane. What are y'all doing with these precious 2 days?
Studying points so we can verbally kick his ass.
I am doing research on Mordain.
Okay. You're doing research on Mordain. The two of you are prepping for the election. Is that what y'all are both doing for all three of you are doing for both days?
Yeah, pretty much.
No, wait.
That in training.
Actually-
Political ads, collecting early polling numbers.
Early polling is showing about what you expected right now. You hold a significant lead in a lot of the lower city. However, you are currently not pulling through as well as you need to with the middle districts to really get the footing you would need to have a chance at this election.
What would be the next step on that then?
Telson's actually going to do the scrying.
1 second,
You
I'm gonna
cast
throw in-
scrying, and it the spell does not go through. It comes back invalid.
That's not good. Kingston, there might be an issue.
What?
Hold on. There might be a small issue.
That being?
Well, I can't cast a scrying into the manor, which could just be because of a ward or an invalid target.
It's more likely to be a ward.
Hold on, I can't hear anyone. Let me.
It's more likely to be a ward than anything else. Did it feel like you missed something, or did it feel like you ran into something?
Roll me an Arcana.
Who? Him?
Hello? Can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
Okay, yeah, my mic just shit itself and died.
Alright.
Okay, you said Arcana?
Yeah, roll Arcana.
Okay. I will use one of my conditional powers, so I'm down to 4 for this long rest.
Okay, so 27.
27.
All right. With the 27, you're thinking back to the way the spell was blocked, and it felt like as you were pushing this, like, as you were pushing this basically a third eye, as you were trying to push it to the location of the target, it felt like there was something blocking it off from reaching its goal, almost as if your magic ran into a wall in the weave that prevented it from fully reaching its target. It didn't feel like it was searching for something it couldn't find.
It was stopped by something.
Then it's a ward. Your target's valid. Something's just in the way. If you're not
Why did he
confident-
ward it all of a sudden?
Likely it's been warded. He just allowed you through the wards.
No. I think I'd know if the manor was warded before, Kingston. Beelzebub would never have been allowed to go in or out of it if that was the case.
Unless he already knew about Beelzebub and let him through the wards. Or, if he's got certain conditions set on the wards similar to how the runes work.
Could. I've just never detected any of the magic. I'm not exactly a beginner at the arcane.
But you'd have to be able to see it. At least most spells.
Yes, I can see magic, Kingston. I have a spell that allows me to do so.
That's my point. If he hid it, he would not be able to. But regardless, that's unimportant right now. We aren't pulling the numbers we need. We need more of the middle city on our side. Any ideas, anybody?
Am I there?
Yeah.
Well, I still think it's likely that he's in the Everbleak Manor.
You think Absalom is still there?
I do think so.
Oh, that's good. But is he there alive or not's the question. Can't put anything past my father.
It's unlikely that he would kill off his now sole male heir.
It doesn't matter in my family as long as there's an heir that remains.
Have you also considered that maybe he said that to fuck with you?
I have, but it's still a big risk. That's the issue with a threat like that. It has to be investigated either way. And if he is telling the truth on it, this race will be very simple when I gut him alive. So, there's that.
I wouldn't worry too much about it.
Josiah strikes me as the type of man who likes to hold all of his cards. He gave you up because you weren't viable to his hand.
I was the best damn contract maker in our family besides him. Yes, I am taking personal offense to that right now. Fuck him.
The
But anyway,
metaphor
yes.
doesn't entirely work, but you get what I'm trying to say.
Yes, I get what you mean. Let's just focus then on trying to beat this fat fuck.
Alright, polling numbers.
Oh, also, hold on. Did you sweep the downstairs to make sure he didn't put anything here?
Not yet.
That
You'll
feels like
pay the
something
guy-
we might...
You'll pay the guy to keep anti-divination, to keep divination magic from working within your
Yeah.
home.
Oh yeah, we got the field. I forgore.
Yeah, that guy, you paid him up front to come every day for a year and cast the spell, so that's permanent.
Continue.
Has he still been coming?
Yes, he's coming every day. He's coming every morning at around 5 a.m.
Cool. Do we know his first name yet? Are we like homies yet?
His name is Bob.
Yeah, Vel probably speaks with him on his way out.
hmm He's gotten in the habit of bringing you a croissant and coffee in the morning.
fucking chilling, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
Anyways, here's copies of the latest polling numbers. Coke, could you pull up whatever districts in the middle that we are still trailing?
Yeah. So as of right now, this is the current layout. So let me go ahead. I'm going to put a X on the Tulsans that you do not currently have out of what you need. So anything Tulsan marked that has an X on it is a spot y'all are looking to get that y'all don't have yet. And the opposite is true for an X on an AMLO.
Well, it's not looking great.
No. Getting into this as late as we did means we still need to show quite a bit of what we're doing. Right now, as far as I know, AMLO has done nothing but spout rhetoric. We can use that. Actually start effecting change. A way I can think of... We could open the brewery.
I thought about it as well. Fuck it, let's open the brewery.
But I don't think we have the time, is the problem.
Kingston, your girlfriend is the manager, not any of us.
Fair. We can ask her.
Hey, Rose,
Yeah?
would you be able to run the brewery if we were able to open it? Like, today or tomorrow?
Well, yeah, I mean, I can, but I haven't heard from Cornelius in like 4 weeks. So,
Fuck, which one was that?
Cornelius? He was your brewmaster?
Fuck. Did he die on us? He was old, wasn't he?
I'm not sure. I haven't been able to find anything from him. The address listed on his employment forms is an apartment that's. There was a eviction notice on the door when I approached. Seemingly no one home. So.
Great.
I'm more concerned about how we're losing some of these lower districts. Should be a...
I'm sorry, he was one of your bartenders, not your barmaster. Your brewmaster was Aelion.
Oh, so AMLO Kane has not lost any districts. Fuck.
How are we losing districts in Lower Tavik's Landing?
Well, does the polls have anything to say about that? Polls plus surveys?
Yeah, you're looking through, and there are 2 districts in the lower city that aren't seeming to look in your favor in the polls. Right now, one of them is the Black Arch District, Lower Tavik's Landing. You are seeing there, you are losing out by margins of less than a percentage point. So it's certainly one that could pull back in your favor pretty easily. But it looks like just as of right now, a large number of the local business owners don't believe that your economic policies will benefit them. And then you're looking in the stores, and from what you can tell from the stores, it is purely a personal vendetta because your tracking down of the Manus Volantis led to a lot of attention on that district where you initially found where they had been kept. And so a lot of media presence in the district led to a bunch of people's illicit stashes getting busted over time. And so there's a lot of people who live in the stores that hold pretty personal vendettas against the party.
Well, Stores is probably a loss. Us getting the Manus Volantis put a lot of illegal activity out of the job. And unfortunately, they still have voting rights. So.
Before we continue to speak, never mind. We need to get somewhere. We need to get more districts in Middle Tavik's Landing, in Middle Dura in general. We should forget about the 2 districts we're not taking in Lower Dura. Focus on the more high reward areas.
Maybe, but how do you intend to bring them to heal?
I have no idea yet, but we're gonna have to anyway if we want to win.
The only thing I can think of is... I might have spoken before I actually had an idea this time. The big thing is a lot of Middle Tavik's Landing and Middle Dura is shops. And apparently they are not entirely on board with our economic policy.
They're idiots then. Their business will be driven down dramatically if Amlokane takes office.
But we haven't been able to convince them yet. If I had the time, I could go to them and show them the numbers. Wait a minute. It's true.
Hold a rally.
Public information hearing. Give me a minute. Give me a minute to crunch some numbers, actually.
There you go, Kingston. Back to doing what you specialize at.
Absolutely. Can I crunch some numbers, Coke? In regards to immigration being slowed as much as it would be underneath Amlokane, as well as what would happen if you took out all the blocks of the non-humanoids. It's conjecture-based numbers, but Kingston is a very smart cookie.
Yeah, go ahead. Roll me investigation check. Just sifting through polling data.
Polling data, censuses. Kingston's gonna pull every source he can, effectively. You said investigation?
Mm-hmm.
Alright. And I am going to, of course, future insight.
Mm-hmm.
So let's add another 3d4 on there. 8. 29. Any other bonuses anybody got?
Years of guidance.
Excellent.
+5. Womp.
Okay, so
I'm down to
29,
3, by the way.
33,
And then
38?
38.
Okay, so you're
Big
looking
brain.
through data, and there are currently a handful of districts you are going for in the Middle City. Specifically, the Bazaar, Rattlestone, Deathsgate, Everbright, and Trade Fair. Now, all of these districts have something in common. They are all commerce districts. The Bazaar is filled to the brim with every shop you can imagine. Rattlestone has a ton of extremely profitable bars. Everbright is the de facto magic shop district in all of Eberron, or in all of Sharn, rather. Trade Fair is a very common bartering and trade hub within the city, and Deathsgate is filled to the brim with nightclubs that are extremely popular and bring in a ton of revenue for the district. As you are going through census data, polling data, voter turnout, you notice something. A lot of the businesses in these districts are run by and primarily employ immigrants into the city. Lots of them, especially in districts like Rattlestone and Deathsgate, are significantly based out of people who would be considered non-human under Amlocane's policy. However, immigrants in these districts have record low voter turnout throughout the entire Middle City, which means humanoid natives, generally wealthier humanoid natives, are making up a statistically prevalent portion of the voting population from these districts. So you would probably pull through a lot better with voting in polls if you were to drive voter turnout for uh, for immigrants and non-humanoids in these districts.
Towson, take a look at this. I float a paper over to you.
He sits down a few others, grabs it out of the air. What is it? Blah, blah, blah. The minority vote?
It's almost completely absent. They just don't vote. If we can both show that these businesses will be adversely impacted and start marshaling their vote, because they own a large majority of these businesses, believe it or not, or employ a large majority of these people for their businesses.
How much of Middle Dura would this cover?
Trade Fair, Deathsgate, Blackreach, along with 2 other districts that my god being is blanking on.
Oh.
5 districts. And
Everbright
possibly
and the
more.
Bazaar. Everbright, the Bazaar, Rattlestone, Deathsgate, and Trade Fair.
Yes. And possibly
So that's
more,
what?
if you can show others.
That's how many? 5, 7 districts out of the, what, like 17?
True. But if we can show that businesses are being adversely impacted in general, people want their conveniences. People want their services. If their services start to go downhill under a new regime...
It's true. We hold 1 section in all of Middle Dura out of 18.
Then we work on it. I'm not sure if I should be the one up on stage for this. I understand the numbers the best, but my reputation is still odd, to say the least.
Oh, it makes sense for me to do it.
There is also still the matter of Lord Corlan.
Who was that again? Was that
General in the
Civis?
last war.
Oh, what about him?
The veteran vote is a large population as well. And if I run the numbers here real quick, how many people in Middle, Tavik's Landing and Middle Dura would be war veterans?
If you were to guess, probably anywhere between 30 to 35% of the voting age population of the Middle City would be veterans or direct family of veterans from the war.
That's about 30 to 35%. We still need to marshal that vote.
We need every percent that we can get. It's looking very bad for us, with only a few days to pull this all together.
Well, it's not the most horrible straits. To even get this far, this quickly, is almost unheard of in any election Sean has ever held.
Well,
But for now, we need to get moving.
Either way, we're going to have to take all of Middle Dura in order to stand a chance. Unless we flip a few sections of Upper Dura, which I don't see that happening.
It's unlikely, yes.
We know Skyway is completely off limits.
Your father probably has enough of Skyway in his pocket that they're weighing down his pants.
Fuck. Alright. If you want to pull together whatever public information you want for this event, then go ahead. I'll be the speaker, obviously.
This time we'll go and review it ahead of time. I'll still reinforce your knowledge from behind, but
I'm just the pretty face. Smiles.
in the meantime, we do still need to marshal the military vote. So how do we get to him?
Oh, wait. I almost forgot something. Towson taps the table and redeems his high interest loan for the day.
Yeah, you get, what, 25 gold?
Another demon hand reaches through an opening portal and drops 25 gold.
Is Beelzebub just robbing people now at this point?
Oh, no, that's not Beelzebub.
I see.
Quietly puts it in his pocket.
Alright. Continuing on. I'll crunch the numbers and make it presentable and easy to understand.
Alright.
Alright. I'm going to
Evel,
get started.
is there anything you would like to do to aid in the campaign?
Name it and I'll do it.
Kill Ammo Kane.
No!
Fine!
Lord
It was a joke.
Moran. We need to get in
What?
contact with him through any means necessary. Talk with
So
him.
You want me to go over there alone and talk to him?
1, I trust you. 2, you're the one he would likely trust the most.
Well, that is true. I'm not the political figurehead.
Yes.
Truth be told, I would be directionless.
Well, I should be going with you then.
We still
I do have something else to take care of, though, for the day first.
I could handle the PSA.
As in, giving the speech?
I could. It would free up a little bit of your time. As long as it's
Alright.
objective.
Reason doesn't always apply to politics, Kingston.
Maybe not.
It's not a maybe not, it's a guarantee.
How much time do we have left, Coke?
Debate's tomorrow night.
Dun dun dun!
In terms of the full election?
It would be in 11 days.
Right.
I'm sorry, 10 days.
Alright. I'm going to prepare the PSA, but first, I'm going to use the information that I gather to help you demolish Amlocane during this debate. Shouldn't be too...
And I assume you will still be in my ear during the debate, giving me backup.
It's unlikely that they'll allow that, unfortunately.
Kingston, how would they know?
Because it's... Well, it isn't easy to block telepathy. Sean definitely has means of doing so. Especially with your father involved. It's better for you to prepare entirely... Well, maybe not entirely on your own,
I will prepare on my own, but if you can still be there, there's no reason not to have you there.
I'll see what's going on, but if I find something that would prevent me from going and sitting in your head, then I'm going to avoid it as much as I can. You should be prepared to be on your own.
If there is something like that and it's a magical item, just let me know and I can dispel it. The best I can. This is politics, Kingston. You need to be ready to lie, steal, and cheat at every turn. Because you know for a damn fact that Amlocane has already been doing so.
Well, if my numbers are well enough, we shouldn't need to lie, cheat, or steal in the debate. You should be able to soundly defeat him. His policy is, by math's sake, terrible. By morality, that's the only thing you need to really sway. Because a lot of people are really frustrated for reasons that aren't entirely invalid.
The issue with his type of campaigning style, Kingston, is he makes people angry. Angry people don't care to listen to facts. They don't care about numbers or statistics. They just want something to vent their anger at.
What?
Well, I'll provide you the means to shut him down. Dig into whatever I can find in terms of his dirty laundry.
That would certainly be something useful. You never know when he might try to lie about us. Speaking of which, where is the general? Is he in Sharn?
Yes, he lives in... I can tell you.
Skysedge, if I remember correctly.
Yes, thank you.
Well, as long as he's in the city, we'll have plenty of time for me to go take care of the business I need to handle. Then me and Avell will go speak to the general. And later tonight, we will hold the PSA. It'll be a packed day, and it'll most likely be like this for every day until the election. But we can make it work.
Well, I hope you have some spells to relieve your exhaustion. Because you'll probably need it.
No, but I have ways to cheat myself through the day, if that counts.
Well, I'm going to go get started. Not a moment to waste. I'm going to, basically, for all the way up until the debate, I'm going to be gathering any and all dirty deeds that Amlocane is in any way connected to. I'm going to be gathering numbers.
Just find a bunch of Amlocane nudes and put them on the billboard. Vote plummet.
I'm going to gather as much as I can that is objective data as to what would happen if he implemented his plans. I'm going to try my absolute best to prepare Taliesin for this debate.
Yeah, go ahead and roll me an investigation check.
I'm going to empower the fucking tits off of this.
I don't think chicks can have tits, Jared. Only chicks have tits.
If you believe enough, then anything can have tits.
No, if you believe enough, anything can be a dildo. Difference.
Or you can get yourself some bitches.
Then what? Am I supposed to just not sit on this cactus?
Future insight.
True.
That was me, not Taliesin.
And I'm gonna pay it.
I would rather save his character than himself.
What are you legend loring?
Amlocane.
Yeah, no, I can take the hit, Sean. It's fine.
True.
That's kind of my MO.
To tank your
Hey.
reputation is not enough.
A floating, like, humanoid shape, almost like a hologram, appears in front of you as you cast a spell. Hello! Thank you for using the Legend Lore spell. What would you like information on today?
Information on Amlo Kane.
Alright. You're listening for a moment, and there's, like, a Windows dial-up, or a fucking, like, AOL dial-up sound. No... Perfect, thank you. No legendary information of note found on Amlo Kane. Thank you for casting the Legend Lore spell.
Fair enough. It was worth a try. Alright.
Kingston. One of Towson's ravens lands on your shoulder and pecks you in the side of the head. Trying to get your attention.
What?
It has a piece of paper in its mouth. Do you take it?
Sure.
It says, "This raven is for your use today. It has been instructed to follow your orders. Be specific." Towson Nevermore.
There's nothing wrong that could happen with this.
So 26 is the current total. Do I have
P.S. Don't forget invisibility, you idiot.
I'm gonna make sure. I've got a ton of inspiration, so I'm gonna see if I can't increase that base roll. That works. 29.
Okay. With a 29, you are looking into it, and you are able to get some stuff that is really useful. Essentially, what you think is pretty solid empirical proof of the negative impacts, both on the society and the economy of the isolationist plans that Amlo Kane intends to push forward. You provide research-based evidence to help defend your own positions. However, when you're looking for dirt on Amlo Kane, the guy is squeaky clean. You can't find an ounce of dirt. I mean, really, you can't find any information about him that isn't from the past, like, 3 or 4 weeks. But the guy's background is squeaky clean. He keeps his business close to his chest.
As if he appeared out of nowhere. Huh.
Alright. What to do? I have the Raven, but I don't know what exactly Kingston could use him for. At least at the moment. I just turned to the Raven. Find Amlo Kane and watch him from a distance. Report back every hour. Stay invisible as often as you can.
Okay.
Flaps away.
I'll give you the full end of day report at the end of this day. But you're doing that.
He said close, but not how close. He's staring right into his face, like...
Amlo Kane wakes up in the morning, that's what he sees.
But he sees nothing, for it's invisible.
There's a raven invisible in front of you, 4 inches away at any given point in time.
Yes,
He
I
sits
forgot
up slightly too quickly.
Amlo Kane does have true sight out with a 200-mile reach.
That's a shame. That's a shame.
Shit.
Maybe next time.
It shits on him and flies away.
And it can't, and he can't make opportunity because flyby.
But I go back. Mr. Evel, Are you planning to meet with one Kellis Moran today? And if so, who are you trying to drag along with you?
At least Tulsa.
Yeah, Sean, I was gonna ask you if you wanted to come along with me to go see Asa, and then head off to the general.
Sure, sounds good.
I do warn these two ahead of time. He is not the biggest fan of elves. Please do not mention elves. He suffered a pretty bad loss to them, and he's still quite sore about it.
He actually just got cucked by an elf, and he's really bitter.
I mean, militarily cucked? Kind of.
No, I mean like his wife. Alright, I guess we're heading off towards Asa.
All right, you make your way to Asa's office. What are you doing with Asa?
Just gonna, I guess, walk up into her office.
Yes. How can I help you, Dawson?
I think that favor I mentioned yesterday might be in order.
All right. Just right now?
Yes, just ascending. It needs to sound like you wish to speak to Naomi in private for business matters.
Is this what you were up to yesterday?
Yes, what'd you think I was doing?
I don't know, maybe picking a fight or something. Maybe killing a cat. Or
I would
dog.
never kill a cat. Cats love me.
So dogs.
Community note, cats do not like Talsing.
Unless there are black cats. Those are the only ones.
The only ones.
Orange cats despise him.
So if you could do a sending to get her to come here, that would be ideal.
Why are you trying to get Naomi here?
Here is a card. He hands her the card that directs you to the Everbleak burner sender station in the house.
Okay. She goes and she makes a call, and so you're watching her at her desk for a while when she gets back and says, all right. He said that she was very busy, that she could take a call over sending, or she could meet with me in 2 weeks.
Tell her, I suppose, that you would be interested in accepting potential business dealings with the Everbleak family, but you'd like her to be the representative. That should get her attention.
Continues with the call and she says, all right. I spoke with her. She said that she is available for a sending conversation, or she can schedule a meeting in 2 weeks.
That's unusual. She's normally the one that goes out and about. Hell, a few months ago she was out of Sean.
Well, that's probably why she can't come immediately. She has other equally important matters.
I don't know, I'm just relaying what I'm being told.
What are you so worried about, Tulsa?
Oh, maybe just my psychopathic, murderous father. Maybe taking vengeance on me for running against the person who's in his pocket for one of the biggest political positions in the city.
Yeah, I still don't think he'd do that.
You also probably don't think he's a murderer, do you?
I think he's many things. I haven't made my mind up about what.
I appreciate the help, Asa.
Absolutely.
And I suppose this means I owe you a favor in the future.
Something like that.
Alright, we have to get going. We have an important meeting.
Alright.
You haven't heard anything about Amlo, have you?
No, not other than the constant campaign speeches.
Yes, he's squeaky clean, apparently. And for someone who does speeches like that, it's hard to believe.
Yeah, I mean, people with money, kind of money he has, are smart enough to make sure that tracking any crimes they commit, the trail will always go cold about 30 miles before it reaches them.
Yes, that's true. I'm aware. Just hoping for something that could help take him down a peg or two. Oh well. Alright, Evel, let's get going. We have an important business meeting.
Oh, of course.
Very important.
Before I close the door, I'll say, oh, also, vote Tulsin Nevermore. And then I'll close it.
Towson opens the door and drops a sticker on the floor and reshuts it.
You're gonna have to win my vote with your debate tonight.
Wow! Wow! I see how it is.
Does Tulsin re-enter the room to say it?
Look, I don't know what to tell you.
No, he just says it loudly from the hallway.
Okay. Yeah. You make your way out, and then you make your way to the personal manor of Lord Kellis Moran.
Mm-hmm.
Kingston, can you hear me?
As always.
So, what was the rundown on this guy again? No elves.
He's an old military
veteran.
vet. His commission ended, but he's still got quite a bit of sway over veterans.
Alright, do you know where he served? Do you know any information like that?
Let me pull it up real quick. I've got it at hand. Let's see here. Alright.
Ooh, also, how does he feel about
So-
Warforged?
It
Probably
doesn't say
good.
anything about his like or dislike of Warforged, but he's known as the General. But don't mention Sire or Elves.
What happened in Sire again? Is that where you got his ass kicked?
Sire and elves.
No, he suffered a pretty bad defeat. But, well, he resigned from his commission, and once the last war ended, he returned to public life. He's pretty much the man to talk to if you want the veteran vote. He likes war stories and likes to talk about his own exploits.
He nudges Evel.
Don't mention the Day of Ashes or the Valen.
Nudges you harder.
Or the Seers. And be careful. He seems like a kindly, doddering old man, but he's
a
quite
ruthless
vicious.
killer that led massive military operations. I get it. Alright, thank you, Kingston. Good luck on the rest of the research.
He served in the Breelish Army of the East, by the way.
Okay, thank you. Alright, straightens his tie, adjusts his suit, adjusts Evel's outfit. What is Evel wearing to this important business meeting? It better not be the cargo pants.
It would have been whatever was laid out for him.
Kingston would have.
Oh,
yeah,
also
something
important
business
news.
casual.
Has 8 gotten back to us about the cargo pants meeting?
You will have cargo pants that have been delivered to your home.
Wait, did the cargo pants headline come true?
The trend was real. However, you didn't get a hop on it quick enough.
No!
I wore the cargo pants to the opening, if you remember.
Roll me if you're like,
That was the day
come on.
that happened.
Give
That
him
was
all
the
your
day it was
strength. Give
prophesied-
him the spirit
prophesied.
bomb energy of this role.
I'm collecting it. I'm drawing it.
Sending you the vibes! Jared, send him your vibes!
Vibes sent.
I feel it. I feel it. Ah,
Fuck!
Your vibes
Use an
are
inspiration!
rancid, Gage.
Sorry,
All right.
House's vibes are innately bad.
Use an inspiration. or
Morning
not.
news. Morning news came out today. Yesterday, there was a fashion show. It was the day after your thing. Yesterday, there was a fashion show, and the closing outfit was an exact replica of what you wore to the campaign, or to the campaign announcement speech. However, the article quotes the designer at that fashion show as the originator of the style, and not you, who wore it a night prior at the campaign commencements.
Okay, so as soon as we win and I become Chancellor, I point out the fact that Avell wore it first.
But cargo pants are in right now.
And they did
God
already
damn
make
it.
investments on it.
Do you know who would like cargo pants? Veterans, because you can store more ammo.
Men
It's
love
true.
shooting
That's
shit
why.
in pockets, honestly.
That's why
Or-
I love cargo pants. It's a
Or-
thing.
You just show
You
up
could
to the
even
store
store-
with pants stuffed with as many revolvers as you can fit in there.
True.
Where did
So
you find
another
the
good
revolvers?
balance.
Better yet, Towson just filled your pockets with elf ear necklaces.
Fuck.
Yeah, that's a fight on site.
Alright. Let's just keep moving.
Alright, are you ready for this, Avell?
Yeah.
Okay, that's a yes.
Alright.
I see you're wearing the cargo pants. That's good.
Yes, I've heard it's becoming a fashion staple.
Towson's holding back tears for the fact we missed out on this great opportunity.
Val, if he could cry, would.
Kingston feels a pang of what the fuck are they doing?
We're mourning, goddammit.
A
You
grave loss.
you knock on the door, and after a moment or two, you see it is opened by a very burly dwarven man. He is wearing a military outfit adorned with tons of different medals. You see a ton of different harsh scars across his face as he looks up at you with a large smile and says, "Ah, welcome in, me lads. Please, come in.
What was his name again?
Lord Kellis Earmoran.
Okay, one person at a time, please. Preferably DM.
Lord, all together now. That's my bad.
It is Lord Kellis Earmoran.
So, does he go by Lord Kellis? Okay, cool.
You normally see him referred to by his full name, so you're not sure.
Oh, it's a pleasure to meet you, sir. Holds out his hand.
Pleasure's all mine. You can call me Kellis.
Thank you, Kellis.
Pleasure to
we-
meet you, Kellis.
All right. So, what honor do I owe this chance meeting with two up-and-coming young adventurers?
Well, it's alright if we step in, correct?
We're already in.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Coffee or tea?
Coffee,
Ooh.
please.
I'm a team man.
Black.
All right. Black coffee, tea. Do you like oolongs?
Has Avel had oolongs? What?
If you like
DM.
tea, you would probably. If you like tea, and you are genuinely into tea as your character, you would know what an oolong tea is, and you can just decide if you like it or not.
Yes.
DM, what the
Love
fuck is an
oolongs.
oolong?
What?
Yeah, I don't know what an oolong is.
You don't know what an oolong tea is?
I know it's
No.
a character in Dragon Ball that looks like a pig. But that's
Okay.
it.
A traditional
So it-
semi-oxidized Chinese.
Basically, the leaves are withered under really strong sunlight, which leads to oxidation occurring in the drying process, and it leads to a different, in my opinion, more intense and sweeter flavor for the tea. So I personally really like a coconut oolong, but oolong teas are lovely.
Coconut oolong
I
sounds
would love
good.
an oolong
I love
tea.
coconut.
Mm-hmm. All right, fantastic. I have a peach oolong I got as a gift. Not really a tea man myself, so try to get rid of it.
No.
Huh.
He gets you your drinks, sets them down in front of you. Alrighty, let's get down to the brass tacks. What do you want from me?
Fuck, hold on. Let me open my notes real quick. What did you say that this fucker told us we can call him?
Callus.
Hellas?
Kellis?
Yes.
Okay, let me write this fucking shit in my notes. Kellis. Okay. Mr. Kellis, we've actually come here to talk to you about some important business.
Important business.
Yes, sir.
Can't say I'm involved in much business these days, so I'm not sure how much help I'll be to you. But go ahead, Fire. Maybe I'll be an angel investor.
So, I'm sure you've heard about the recent runnings for Chancellor of Sharn, correct?
Yeah, I've heard whispers about what's going on.
Well, we're here today to ask you about the veteran community. As part of my campaign, I promise that I will add in support programs to help the veterans of the city. I feel like they don't get enough. But I need to know from a veteran themselves what would help the most.
Go ahead and roll me persuasion.
Hell yeah, baby. Fuck it. Oh, I'm down to 2 charges.
That's a 27. I think you're good.
32.
32, here it is. Alright. Well, I think, by and large, most veterans shy of our mechanical brothers, most veterans receive ample respect within this town among the population. There is a deep regard among most for the veterans of the last war. However, as far as legal protections go, it can often be hard for former veterans, especially those with disabilities. He kind of nods to Avel. It can be difficult for them to find the employment and support they need, and they've been suffering in the last 4 years now that the war is concluded. So, I think proper support structures for our veterans are a must in the city.
Alright. So support structures in terms of helping with their disabilities would be the best?
Well, not just disabilities, that was an example, but just support structures to ensure that veterans don't face any sort of discrimination, preventing them. Discrimination is the wrong word, but just make sure that they have a chance to get back up on their feet. This war took a lot away from a lot of us, and we deserve a little bit of respect from the place, not the people, but the country that we fought for.
I couldn't agree more. And I wish we saw that much respect with Amlocane at least, but alas.
Young man, what division did you serve with?
I served with the ambush brigade back in Craghammer.
Ragwar.
Cragwar, sorry. I think Craghammer is. I always say Craghammer. I think it's like a book I read at some point or something. that had-
Move.
Craghammer?
Yeah.
Crabhammer is a Pokemon move.
No, I'm thinking Crag. Krag.
Oh.
I don't know. I don't know where I get that from, but it messes me up. So yes, in Crag War.
Submitting is though likely spent most of your time on the offensive against the Thranish.
Yes, primarily ambushing supply routes, taking their resources and adding it to our own.
Lucky you didn't have to fight them damn Valinarians.
Yeah.
Brelish forces are strong. There was nothing that could take us down. But so, was that all you were needing? The words of an old veteran.
Well, bring communication to Kingston.
Alright. What you got?
What is the homeless population of veterans within Sharn?
I would have definitely had that information ahead of time, Cook.
1 in 3 homeless people are veterans of the last war. 2 in 3 homeless people are family of... basically, 1 in 3 homeless people are veterans of the last war. If you include the direct family of veterans of the last war, it's 2 in 3.
I repeat exactly that information to you.
So 1 in 3 homeless in Sharn are veterans. 2 out of 3 are direct family, if you take that into account.
And how many veterans are in the halfway house?
Roll me a pure luck check, Tolson.
Towson in luck, rough.
Same, brother. Same.
19.
19. I was born lucky.
Oh, fucking we are not the same. We are not the same.
Towson was born lucky. You were lucky to be born.
Ah!
Your halfway house currently has 127 residents, 42 of which are veterans of the last war from the Brelish army.
You're doing what you can. In fact, got a massive chunk of them.
Out of, you said 174 or 47 total?
127, 27.
127 total, 42 are veterans.
Yes.
So there is quite a large amount of homeless veterans. I actually have a halfway house in Lower Dura. We currently have 127 total guests. The halfway house supplies food, free therapy, and a place to sleep and shower. And 47 of them are actually homeless veterans that we're hoping to get back on their feet. So would you say that's some form of social aid would be the best thing? Would it be like another form of shelter for them to clean up and be able to try to have a better chance at getting jobs? Would that be the best way to help?
Yes, I believe programs like which are operating with your halfway house are exactly the sort of thing we need standardized across the city. Some sort of veterans benefits associations, something along those lines.
Veterans Association.
Something like that. Yes.
This one will
We call it the VA for short.
That's
I like that.
That's really good. That's really good.
Towson pulls out a notebook. VA.
It's in the game.
It's in the game.
Alright. And
Sports.
lastly, there is something else we wanted to ask of you.
All right, fire.
You are deeply respected within the veteran community. We were hoping we could get your endorsement for our campaign. Emlo Kane cares not for the veterans and actively preaches hate within the city. And we are running against him to try to do everything that he's not, essentially.
Roll me
You're swayed.
persuasion with advantage.
Let's fucking go, baby!
Guidance.
You cannot provide guidance in this situation because it has verbal components, so it would be
27 or a 30.
I think it's fine.
Yeah, with a 30, he looks to you, Avel, and he goes, all right. First one thing. Son, I want to hear word from fellow veterans, someone who seemingly is on the campaign staff of this man. Why do you think I should put my name behind the Tulsa Nevermore campaign?
Well, honestly, he's just the man I trust for the job. I trust he'll do what's necessary for the greater good of Sharn, and I believe in what he says.
All right. Got my backing.
Thank you, sir. It means a lot to us and the people of Sharn.
I have one condition.
Of course.
Currently, within the city, a lot of trade and business and support is being made with the refugee population of New Sire, between them and Sean. If you are to take the reins, I'd like to make sure that stops.
You're talking about the Eladrin.
No.
No,
Oh,
New Sire.
okay, no.
Syrian refugees. Boronel, without a second thought, took in enemies of war. I'd like to run them all out of the nation, and if an important trade partner like Sean suddenly ceased all communication with New Syrens, prevented Syrian refugees from entering the city, closed them off entirely, you could maybe run them off. Maybe you'll make Thrain take them in or something like that. They are war criminals that we have willingly went into our borders.
You have a very fair point.
He does he?
Though there is an issue with that. The issue is publicly declaring such a thing could dramatically tank our campaign amongst those that opinion's not popular with. And if we do so, we won't be able to establish the aid for the veterans or the cogs or anything else we wish to accomplish.
Alright. Then don't say anything about it. Doesn't seem that hard to me. What are they going to do to stop you once you take office?
You know, pulls out a non-disclosure agreement, puts it on the table. This is an NDA. It'll state that anything said in this meeting will never leave any of us. If you sign it, I think we can have this little situation arranged quite easily.
Alright. I just want it in writing that you will push this policy forward and we've got a deal.
Push this policy forward. I'm not listening in on this. I can't offer anything. Shit. This is bad. Not cripplingly bad, but it's...
Yeah, but does Taliesin give a shit about war refugees when he could become Chancellor?
Also, think very carefully about what you're about to do.
I do completely agree that taking them in is a threat to our security. But if many people don't like this opinion, it could tank our political campaign and make our other goals of improving our city impossible.
Like I said, don't say a word about it. and then just do it once they can't stop you.
Vel, what do you think? You're the veteran.
Well, as unpopular an opinion I think this may be right now, I don't think the refugees have done anything wrong.
Shit.
Boy, have you ever seen a Valinor raid party up close? Have you ever seen a Warforged Colossus bearing down on you and your troops? Stirrans were dangerous people. Dangerous people that wanted every single one of us dead. And you think we should let them in?
Okay. I think that you lack a fair bit of perspective. What happened on that day could have happened to any nation. What if it happened to us? What about your children? What if they were saved? What if they were safe and they wanted to go into the lands of some other, establish a footholding, and then you take it away?
It was them and not us. That's the will of the host.
Then
It's
I don't see the problem.
My offer is non-negotiable.
I suppose it would be possible to say, give them a little bit of resources and maybe section off a bit of land outside of Sharn itself. They wouldn't be in our walls.
I want to flush them out of Greenland entirely.
So
We can't give them aid.
the Syrian refugees are actually in a place called New Sire. They're not in Sharn.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Basically, Sharn provides a lot of support to the city, and cutting off any trade between New Sire and Sharn would essentially
Cripple them.
force the Sirens out of the nation. That's his goal.
What if we were to slowly cut off their aid until no one even noticed? It would take time, but there would be no uproar, and we'd have the support of everyone. They would be forced out in time.
Roll me persuasion at disadvantage.
I am down to one charge.
I've got some reasoning for you.
31.
I said at disadvantage.
Oh, yeah. Might be. 31.
Okay. I don't like it. I want it done fast, but I want it done in my lifetime, but I suppose having it done is better than having it not done at all.
And it would allow us to establish the aid for veterans that you wished for.
He does not look happy. I'll issue a statement tomorrow.
I tap on the contract. No word of this is to leave this room, however, if I am to go through with it. Holds a pen to him.
He signs the contract. You give yourself an NDA.
Ooh.
Yep.
It was very good talking with you, sir.
Good to speak with you.
Takes the contract. Alright, Avel. I believe we have more stops to be making today. Thank you for your time, sir.
The tea was lovely. Thank you.
You make your leave.
Just so we're clear, as soon as we're out the door, I say, just so we're clear, you are never to do that.
Do what must be done if it means winning this election. At the end of the day, if we lose this election, it could mean the trail.
You cut out.
You cut out.
Effect of G's worth saving if it means the release of a powerful devil that could destroy the world.
You cut out.
Yeah, you cut out a lot.
Okay. I'll do what must be done. If it means we can win the election like this, then it's something we have to do. If we don't, and AMLO wins the election, it could start the chain of events that could lead to an overlord being released. Is a few refugees worth the death of 1-2 nations at the minimum?
Maybe not to you.
About how many refugees are there versus how many people would die if 3 kingdoms were turned to ash overnight?
Well, I hear what you're saying. This is not a compromise I think we can make.
I'll discuss this more with you once we get back to the brewery.
Wonderful.
I guess we head back to go regale Kingston of our very average political venture, in all honesty.
You make it back. In Kingston, you are having a very small panic attack as you are dressed in formal wear for the debate in a few hours that Avel and Tulsin were supposed to be here to leave with you for 25 minutes ago, and they're still not back.
Kingston still has like 9 or 10 pens in the air writing down things.
And it is at this moment, as you are trying to figure out what you do if Tulsin no-shows his own debate, that you hear...
Wait, I thought the debate was tomorrow.
No, it's tonight.
No, I thought that was the public service thing.
I thought I said the debate was tonight.
No.
I thought it was tomorrow, too.
Because tonight's the PSA. We were getting support from the veterans, the PSA, and then tomorrow we hit the debate with a hopefully improved audience of
My understanding
people
is
that like
he
us.
was doing his research, went out, released the PSA, was going to have a persuasion roll at advantage because of the research you had put into it, and then we were going to have the debate tonight. I thought this was all the same day, that's why we're all split up.
I mean, does it impact...
Well, we just went out to go talk while he was doing research for the PSA.
It doesn't really affect anything, it's just you won't be giving an actual speech for your public service announcement.
Yeah. So...
It'll just be a flat roll.
Yeah.
Just go ahead and roll persuasion at advantage.
That's what I do. Well, I don't do persuasion, but I'm still alright at it.
There was also something I wanted to do overnight.
Alright, let's get advantage.
Come on, Jared.
And I'm using future insight to look into their potential rebuttals ahead of time.
Huge, actually big brain play.
Alright, 23.
23. Yeah, you hold a voter registration event. And you are able to get hundreds, if not thousands, of people registered to vote throughout the Middle City over the course of the day. And then we cut to the next day. Y'all have been doing a lot of preparation. What were you doing overnight, Tulsin?
Halson was actually going to try and say a prayer.
What?
Whether or not it could be heard.
Who are you praying to?
he was just going to try and reach out using whatever information he can from trying to decipher these contracts as much as possible, what he's been doing every night. And he was just going to try to pray to his patron for support and good fortune, so that he may further advance his holy goals.
All right, you pray. Go ahead and roll me a religion check.
This just in. Tulsin prays to the sovereign host, and everybody in Sharn just hears a very loud, incorrect buzzer.
Taliesin actually doesn't have a high religion because he doesn't know who his patron is. Fun fact of establishing his shit. And it was a 4. It was on a 19. I'm gonna kill myself.
All right, natural 1. You send out a prayer to your patron that you do not know, and you, as you finish your prayer, you feel a shiver pass down your spine, as you suddenly feel very tired, and you drift off to sleep.
I don't think that was right.
No, I'm having none of that. Wake the fuck up. Slap him awake.
This was overnight in his bedroom.
Overnight in his bedroom, he passed out.
Oh, you think I'm letting him pass out?
At night, in bed,
No sleep.
Ain't no rest for the wicked.
out in the comfort of your own bed at 11 p.m.
Whack, whack, whack.
So, is the debate at night?
No,
it's the next
the night
day.
before.
Yeah. No, what I'm meaning is, like, next day, is it at night? Do
Yes,
we have
it's
time
evening.
to prepare before time?
Yes, it's like the 6 p.m. debate.
Alright. Kingston stays up anyway, and just goes absolutely fucking nuts preparing.
All right. I'm assuming you spend a full day in debate prep.
Yeah.
Hold on. We still need to speak to Kingston about our venture with the general.
Oh, yeah. Kingston is
Uh,
just,
Ki-
you see like 9 different papers flying in the air with pens to each of them. And Kingston writing on his own paper as well.
Kingston, we have something we need to speak to you about.
Go ahead.
We made a deal with the general yesterday.
Let me guess. Something in regards to the Valinor.
Not too far off.
It was maybe something related to cutting off aid to a certain group of people.
The Syrian refugees.
Ding, ding, ding. Give the man a prize.
How'd you agree to do it?
We agreed to do it off the record of the public campaign.
And
We were going to slowly cut funding over time. Slow enough that people might not notice.
well, you made the right decision. Evel, as much as you don't want to hear it, Amlo Kane would have done far worse. He would have completely cut them off. This way, at the very least, they have time. Time to
I don't
plan,
see
time to
a-
think.
I don't see a reason to honor the agreement.
Do you want to piss him off? He still holds quite a lot of influence in Sharn. Regardless of if you're the Chancellor, whatever the title even means at this point, or not. You have to keep your keys to power happy. If there's one lesson that rings true from everything I was taught, it's that. The General is a very important piece in the puzzle.
Kingston, I give you a devilish smile.
Unfortunately, though I don't like the solution just as much as the next, it's the only
Now,
solution in which
hold
we have a
on.
chance.
Hold on. There was something else.
That being,
See, he wanted that in writing on the contracts, because I had him sign an NDA. He puts the NDA on the table and slides it to Kingston. This is a standard NDA with slight modifications. None of the modifications matter to this situation. But it entails that no one may share information unless it is collectively agreed upon by everyone involved. The people involved were the signees and the members of the Black Roses Adventuring Party. That's important. Points to a different paragraph of it. Article 3, subsection B-4. There is to be no slandering or sharing of messages that might hurt the popularity and or standing of the Black Roses within the public eye. Now, remember, I said that he wanted it in writing, that we would do the whole cutting off aid thing, remember? However, throughout the process of conversing with him and negotiating that we would do it slowly, I never actually put that in the contract that we would do such a thing. So he has agreed not to share any information or even slander us or spread anything that could harm our public image. So in other words, he's agreed to spread his word of support for us. However, we're not actually contractually obligated to fulfill the negotiation. And if taking his word back in denouncing us as liars or cheats would hurt us in the public image, which it would, he's not able to do such a thing.
Well, you seem to have thought this through. Likely
Oh,
ahead of time.
It's what I do for a living, Kingston. Of course I thought it through.
Kingston gets a bit of a wry smile on his face. Well,
That works for me.
way to play both in the rules and out of them.
It's politics. There's one good lesson I learned from my father.
Now, Kingston, you see all 9 of these sheets the pens float away and they organize themselves into a very neat stack and float over to you. Your debate prep. I want you to be able to recite it backwards and forwards.
Oh, great.
Don't
All
worry.
right.
I've made it fairly simple, so you can expand upon it.
I will sit down and begin studying with a capital everything.
All right. And then you spend the day, all 3 of you, prepping for tonight's debate that could make or break your campaign. Everyone dressed to the T's as you make your way backstage for the House Civis Presents Trail to the fucking Chancellorship debate night in Sharn.
Bio break time, real quick.
Probably
Please.
a good idea. I'm gonna leave
We
as
will
well
open
and
up
go get that.
after the bio break with debate night in Sharn.
Amlo Kane has nothing. He may have had the prep time advantage, but he does not have enough staffers to go toe to toe with Kingston in an information war.
All right. So, gentlemen, Did you like my tactic? It was the only reason I even brought up getting him to sign an NDA.
Yeah, I like it. I kind of figured that was what you were going for, but I couldn't be sure, and neither could my character. My character even more so.
Kingston did not see that angle at first, but he was prepared to accept your pragmatism. Even if you did actually make the deal.
That was peak Taliesin play. That's how we got to play more. That is like, that should be his MO of the trickery in the deal.
Have you read my book, The Art of the Deal?
No! No! It came to me in a dream.
Nevermore.
Are y'all ready to begin?
I suppose so.
All right. Paulson,
Kingston,
you are
are
called
you-
1 minute till stage. You have last things to say to everyone.
Alright, Kingston, can you establish... I try to communicate to you with the brain link. Can you hear me?
Can I hear him?
Yeah. It's a brain link y'all have used a million times before.
Can I tell if anything is detecting this?
Not that you notice, no.
I mean, if it detected a brain link, it's not like it could detect what we're saying with the whole, ring of mind shieldings. In theory.
And this is one of the few powers that doesn't glow, because it's entirely passive.
Mm-hmm.
Hell, our rings aren't even visible. These bitches go invis.
Yeah.
Which it clearly is, obviously.
Only contact me if you absolutely need to.
You're gonna be backing me up on points. In case he tries to pull any funny shit.
Alright. That's amenable.
Also, that Raven is still with you. You should scan the crowd to see if anyone important is cheering him on.
I'm gonna...
See...
It's probably a good idea.
Wait, what was the after-action report for AMLO?
Oh, right.
Because
Oh yeah, hour by hour. The Raven stayed outside of the Kane estate, where all the windows were shut for the entire day. You got 2 reports. One at the hour of 11 a.m. that AMLO Kane came out to his pool in swim shorts, swam for about 3 hours, came back inside, and then you saw a report that he went out and smoked a cigar on his back deck at 10 p.m. and was outside for about an hour.
After action report was useless.
You were blessed with the image of Ammo Kane and nothing but swim trunks for 3 hours.
I was not blessed with shit. You devil. Unfortunately.
Yeah, and unfortunately, it's probably one of the worst things they've seen. Alright, I don't actually know any facts.
I'll be
So here we
to
go.
you based on probably investigation checks and whatnot.
Okay, cool, because, again, Mia's character doesn't know this. Or, not character, Mia's human. Hi, Widow. Oh, you're so sweet.
So you make your way onto the stage.
Hi, baby. Yes, sir.
All right, you make your way onto the stage, and as you take your position, you hear a high-pitched voice go, "Hello, one and all, citizens of Sean being aired live on the Civis Live billboards across this great city. We present to you House Civis presents The Road to the Chancellor's Office, Debate Night in Sean. I am your moderator, Nimblin Thimblesnicket, and I am joined today by our 2 lovely candidates, AMLO Kane and Tosin Nevermore."
So that was the character you accidentally dropped in character discussions earlier.
Yeah. Nimblin Thimblesnicket, the debate moderator. All right. We will begin with opening statements. 2 minutes are on the clock. Your time starts now. Tosin Nevermore. I
Okay,
need someone to make sure they're keeping track of this. Not the time, but what people say.
Can you at least do AMLO first?
Nope.
Okay. What do people normally say first in this type of thing? I'm not
As
well
soon as
versed
you
in
start
actual
talking,
walking.
I'm starting your real life timer, by the way.
Okay. So, I'm asking you debate people.
Give me a moment. I'll pull.
Me as human. Hi, Sean. I see you staring. Did you freeze your camera?
Oh my god, that's an awful breakup. Wait, was that me who broke up? Wait.
One second.
I am the only person that did not do debate. Also, I would probably ask Kingston to help make this to begin with. I am the face.
I would have had you review this as well.
By the way, I've got a timer going. There's going to be a point where I'm going to tell you have to start talking.
Oh. Oh, we were doing the, like, out of character actual stuff.
Yeah. You have a limited prep time. This is real. This is a debate. You have prep time that you can use as you see fit.
Well, Kingston.
Almost done.
Jared.
I already had bullet points. I'm expanding them. Shouldn't take me any more than a few more seconds. DM's
Hacking into the
Discord.
mainframe.
Yes. Okay, so this is just the intro?
Yeah, this is just an opening statement.
Okay, let me check.
Right, and just so you know, you have a total for this 20 minutes of prep time throughout the debate. Real time.
Okay.
You've used 1:30 prep.
No.
Alright.
It's doing it
All
like
right.
LD. Fuck.
I'm doing it
Let
like
me-
LD. I'm an LD debater. What do you expect? I'm giving
Let
you
me
20
get
minutes.
the
which is way more
shapes
than
out. Let me
5
get the
minutes.
wiggles.
Fair.
I'm giving you lots of prep time.
Dante, if you hear this, comment wiggles in the comments below. Thank you.
Okay, if you hear this, edit that comment of Wiggles to say, edit, thank you for the likes and the Reddit gold.
Yeah, and then delete your comment and say post removed by moderator.
And then type a new comment
Okay,
that says first.
hold on. I'm gonna move my desk. I'm gonna actually stand up for this.
And if you do all of this, I will give you an inspiration. As long as you wait till the end of what I say to do what I say, you need to type out the word red, send it, and then immediately send the word blue. And then I need you to not do any of that. If you sent red or blue, you don't get your inspiration.
All right, so actually starting now. Keep in mind, Towson doesn't stutter. I'm just an idiot. Lore-wise,
Okay.
this man is supposed to be good at this.
This should have counted against your prep time. You
Okay.
better start talking. I didn't queue up CBS's Debate Night in America theme song for nothing.
All right, give the
That's
intro.
NBC's Debate Night in America.
Give the intro of it again. Where he goes, so and so.
All right, Tolson Everbleak, you are first with opening statements. You have 2 minutes.
Whoa!
The time starts now. Oh, Tolson Nevermore. Sorry.
No, I'm just kidding.
The time starts now.
Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed citizens of Sharn, tonight we stand at a crossroads. The decisions we make in this election will shape the future of our great city for generations to come. I am Towson Nevermore, and I am running for Chancellor because I believe in Sharn. And I believe... Fuck. Gift of Gab. Hold on.
Come on.
Shit. Hold on. I gotta scroll down. Okay, cool. Sorry. Rewinding. I am running for Chancellor because I believe in Sharn, and a Sharn that is open, inclusive, and thriving. My opponent, Amlo Kane, advocates for isolationist policies that would sever our vital connections with the world beyond our city walls. These policies threaten to stifle our economy limit our opportunities, and diminish our cultural richness. Sharn has always been a city of innovation and progress. A city where diverse ideas and people come together to create something greater than the sum of its parts. As your Chancellor, I will work tirelessly to ensure that Sharn remains a beacon of hope and opportunity. I will champion policies that will promote economic growth, social justice, and environmental sustainability. We will invest in our infrastructure, our educational systems, and the well-being of every citizen. Together, we will build a future where Sharn continues to lead, not just in our region, but on the world stage. A future where every citizen has the chance to succeed and where our city remains a vibrant, dynamic place to live and work. Thank you, and I look forward to discussing the issues that matter most to you tonight.
3 seconds to spare. Good work.
Sorry, I actually get nervous when I'm doing this shit for some reason. I get so into it, I feel like I'm actually standing in front of a crowd.
All right. Thank you very much, Mr. Nevermore. Amlocane, your time starts now. Well,
Kingston, get ready.
so let's be honest here about the past week. I've been running for this position unopposed, but more than that, I've been running for this position with widespread support. Then, out of the woodworks, less than 2 weeks before the election, this young man, Tolson Nevermore, shows up and announces his candidacy, running against me, claiming that my policies are destructive and will destroy our great city. And yet he presents almost no policy of his own. He says that what I do doesn't work, but he doesn't explain why, and he doesn't provide alternative solutions. I am standing before you as a man who cares for this city deeply, and as a man who wants nothing more than for this city to prosper to heights it has never seen before. A vote for me is a vote for Sean. A vote for me is a vote for prosperity. But a vote for Tolson Nevermore is a vote for Sean to fail forever. A vote for Nevermore. A Sean Nevermore. I cede my time.
Alright, out of character, that was kind of raw.
Yeah, that's so serious.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Kane. That is your time. All right. I need one of y'all to go ahead and just roll me a D100, please.
Oh, pick me.
Okay.
Evel in the front row.
Yes,
You get
yes.
to roll a D100.
Oh my gosh, I'm so nervous. I'm always
Jared,
trying to
I
pull
hope
the D100.
you're ready to be writing this stuff. I'm depending on you.
Okay.
I'm depending on you, Jared, to make good comebacks.
All right. First things first.
Just type it. Just type it, mi
Yeah.
amigo.
All right. The first question is for you, Mr. Nevermore. Sean is often at the epicenter of crises, whether it's magical disasters, terrorist attacks, or organized crime. How will your administration deal with these crises when they arrive? Will you take a more proactive or reactive approach? You have 1 minute. Your time starts now. How much prep time will you be using?
That's a good question.
Oh, your
We
prep
have to,
time
like-
now.
Oh, I was asking about the rules of the prep time.
You have 20 minutes total. You've used a minute and a half. You call how much prep time you're going to use before a question. Once you're out of prep time, you got to go. I will give you warnings at 30-second intervals as well as a countdown at 10 seconds.
Jared, I'm relying on you to come up with these quick comebacks, Mr. Debate Kid.
You can't rely entirely on me. That's a lot of
How
prep.
much
Well,
prep
that's
time
what's
are you
happening.
using? Prep time now.
The question was how we're going to handle crime.
Yeah, how much prep time are you using?
Like, what do you need, 2 minutes?
2 minutes should be enough.
All right. 2 minutes prep time starting now.
Okay, well, he's doing that, Coke. I'm gonna ask you stuff. So he asked, we're always at the epicenter of, what was it, crime? How do you
Yeah.
plan on doing this? Will you take a more reactive or proactive stance?
The exact wording is Sharn is often at the epicenter of crises, whether it is magical disaster, terrorist attacks, or organized crime. How will your administration deal with these crises when they arrive? Will you take a more proactive or reactive approach?
Oh, okay. So this is gonna be a good one. We bring up that we already stopped Merrick, so we're proactive about it. Okay, that has to be our stance, Jared. It brings up our legacy and promises of the future.
There's the basis of it. Feel free to expand from there. You've already got a lot of it.
All right.
The rats! Tell him about the rats!
1 minute of prep
Tell him
remaining.
about the rats!
What were the rats called again? Their
Manus
in-game name?
Manus Volantis.
Manus Volantis.
You fucking idiot. I mean, good game. Oh, Gage, also, your speech was fucking great. Good shit, man.
Woo!
I was away, so I didn't get the compliment in time.
Okay. So let's see. It's just how to actually word stuff. Gift of Gab does
30 seconds of prep remaining.
Gift of Gab. Does it require any verbal or somatic?
15 seconds of prep remaining.
Verbal can be whatever you want, right?
Yes.
Coke, I'm asking you.
Yes. 10 seconds of prep
Somatic.
remaining.
Somatic is what? And
5, 4,
what is somatic, Coke? I'm asking you.
It's
2,
gestures.
1.
Okay.
All right. You
Yes.
have 1 minute on the clock. Your time starts now.
Thank you for the question. When it comes to responding to crisis, I firmly believe in a proactive approach. Proactive measures allow us to anticipate potential issues and address them before they escalate into full-blown crises. This means investing in early warning systems, strengthening our infrastructure, and ensuring that our emergency services are well equipped and well trained. For example, by proactively addressing the root causes of these crimes, such as poverty and lack of education, we can create a safer environment for all citizens. Similarly, by investing in sustainable infrastructure and environmental protections, we can mitigate the impacts of natural disasters and climate change. On the other hand, a reactive approach often means dealing with the aftermath of crisis, which can be far more costly and damaging, which is why it's important to have robust plans in place.
That's your time. Thank you.
Hold on. Out of time. What's it called when you you surrender remaining time?
Seed.
I cede my remaining time.
Okay.
All right. Someone else roll me a D100.
Jerry Berry in the other front row seat.
Can I spend an inspiration on a D100?
No.
Jared, we have no idea what it's even for. It's probably just the questions. All right, Jared, that was awesome. Good speech.
You're welcome for the 99, by the way.
Start thinking of it, Jared. You gotta go when he starts asking it. We gotta bam, 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 bam.
Oh,
Now let's
right.
hear the most corrupt man in the city describe his stance on crime.
Okay. It is believed that under your leadership, the marginalized groups in Shan seem to suffer more oppression. Can you explain why you believe their rights should be limited or suppressed for the sake of security? You have 1 minute. Your time starts now. Well, I think it's really rather simple. They are the ones oppressing us. They're taking our jobs, ignoring our rules, and dissolving our proud Sharan culture. Now, Failed Son never peeks over here, wants to have these immigrants come and destroy Shan, but I will not stand for that. I, for one, believe in the power, strength, and supremacy of the humans of this city. They deserve somewhere where they can be safe, that they can call home. I intend to make sure that Shan is a city for humans. I cede my time. Tulsa Neverbleak, you have 30 seconds for a rebuttal. Your time starts now. No prep for rebuttals.
All right. Your stance is based on nothing but hatred. All the races here that aren't human are still citizens of Sharn, and they have as much of a right to be here as anyone else. Quite honestly, your stance is despicable. It sickens me. You should be ashamed of this. All citizens here deserve an equal chance at life, and a happy life.
That is
at
your time.
that.
Thank you. That is your time. All right. Who wants to take a crack at the D100?
Ooh, me.
My turn. I want to try.
Sure, that's true. That's true.
I want to roll for my own questions. 34.
Oh no.
34.
What are you saying? Oh no, we don't even know.
Low number
wait, no, it's
bad.
It's a gift card. Bro, my cat has these like little fluffy spots behind her ears. They're so soft. I love her.
What if a nat 1 is just like accusations of the Black Roses?
Good luck. All we've done is actually fucking solve issues.
Well, there was like one thing that was like somewhat damning if ever got out.
What would that have
Alright.
been?
I've got the question ready, but before I ask it, we cut backstage. The debate rages on outside as in a small little backstage lounge sits Kingston, Evel, and a young human. He has black hair and a sleek comb over. As he sits reviewing documents on the opposite side of the lounge from you.
Mm-hmm.
You seem to be the only 3 people backstage that aren't Civis staff. What are you doing backstage?
I'm just chilling, lounging, relaxing for the time being. I don't know what's happening. Can we see the debate?
Yeah, you're watching from a Civis. You have a screening room in the back that y'all are watching from.
Well,
Kingston has a few papers that are levitating around elbow level as he writes on one, and it just rotates around, giving him another one that he's working on.
Avel will just kind of be listening to the debate, and he'll pipe up once he heard the. It's like, damn, he really cooked him with the Sharn will be nevermore line. That was like I'm not for this guy by any means, but damn, yeah, that was
Fire is fire.
Yeah, that's a good line. Shit.
It's childish.
It's got me going, man. For a second, I was like, oh, that Tulsin guy. But no, I'm Team Tulsin though, all the way.
I fucking hope so, you traitor.
What is the other guy doing? You might have already said it, but I can't remember.
Yeah, you look up and it seems like he is pretty tirelessly taking notes as he glances up at the debate every once in a while. He keeps reviewing back to different papers in his folders in front of him as he's writing things down as each party speaks in this debate.
Can I review my research as to the actual crime rates of non-human races in Sharn?
Mm-hmm. You are looking, and there is a disproportionate number of non-humanoid races imprisoned within the city, but as you look through those numbers, it's pretty easy to tell that there is significantly higher watch presence in areas of the city that tend to host more of the discriminated non-humanoid races. So you are currently believing that argument is best refuted by making an argument of over-policing in minority neighborhoods.
Right.
Oh, there's a cat on my lap.
Statistics show that non-human races in Sharn have way more economic influence than he lets on.
Oh, you're so
Rates
you
are
are.
actually very similar, with the watch just being over-policing minority neighborhoods.
Y'all should like investigate that guy.
What guy?
I don't know that guy. The only one back there with you two.
All right.
Seems to be
We
my
cut
business.
Willow,
We
please.
cut back to
Back on the
debate
table.
night in Sharn. All right, this next question is to
Hold on,
both
Coke.
of our-
I would like to ask for a special moment to put in nicotine outside of prep time. Thank you. This is an important thing.
All right, man is pausing our debate to take his den.
Okay, hey, you should know how important nicotine is to a man.
I don't have to pause anything for my nicotine. I've been using my nicotine consistently all session on camera.
All right,
Wow,
I'm ready.
so
Sorry.
cool.
I know, right? I'm the coolest guy ever.
All those
I
high
vape.
schoolers
That
are so
instantly
jealous.
makes me cool. I know. That's what I keep saying.
Bro, I hated when people shit in the vape room. That was so annoying.
Alright.
Joke's on them. I didn't vape until I graduated.
Hell yeah. Damn, hit the gritty. Hit the gritty on them losers.
That's the gritty, right?
I have no fucking idea. Sean, is that gritty?
Sorry, say one more time?
Sean, hit the gritty.
Oh, yeah, I got you.
Oh
I
my
gotta
god,
see, what's
who
the gritty?
actually knows the gritty? Oh my god, that's the gritty? I didn't know what the gritty was.
This is making
Emily
me
Kane should
want
just
to
break
play.
down in the gritty.
Consider me turned on.
This is giving me much to think about whether I should put the Discord webcams onto further streams.
I mean, just Sean being on camera gets your panties soaked,
It'll
so...
boost viewership from 1 to possibly 2.
Ooh.
Hell yeah, brother.
We're talking about a 100% increase!
Bro, what if we actually got a viewer who was like, oh yeah, I actually really like this. This is awesome.
Awesome.
That'd be so cool.
Man, we can dream.
Oh. All right.
We just
our
get a
next
third DM for helping.
is for both candidates. Magic is an essential part of life in Sharn, but its regulation is often controversial. What is your stance on regulating arcane magic use, particularly in light of the rise of rogue mages and dangerous magical experiments? Tolson Everbleak, you will speak first. You have 1 minute starting now. How much prep time will you be using?
How much do we want to use, guys?
1 minute.
Jared, how much do you think you need?
All right, could you repeat the question one more time? Sorry, I was looking at a payment.
Mm-hmm. Magic is an essential part of life in Sharn, but its regulation is often controversial. What is your stance on regulating arcane magic use, particularly in light of the rise of rogue mages and dangerous magical experiments? You will have 1 minute to answer.
Give me... How many questions do I know this debate will have, or what's the length of the debate?
A lot more than we're role-playing here.
Okay, then give me another 3 minutes.
All right, that will put you at 6 minutes and 30 seconds used. Your prep time starts now.
Particularly in regards to rogue mages and...
The
arcane
policing of
experiments.
magic.
Yeah.
It's like gun control for magic.
Yeah.
Yeah, sort of.
I think it should be allowed, but we need to focus on taking down those mad mages, you know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Go not
Again,
let's get
amen.
the mad mages. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, brother. Towson just turns into a hick. Packs a fat lip of dip.
One thing, you are a magic user yourself, so don't make it seem as if you're a rogue mage, but you do have expertise on this topic.
I mean, is Towson known to publicly be
2 minutes of prep remaining.
a spellcaster, Coke?
Yes.
But, like, his level of spellcasting? Because he does use a sword a lot of the time.
You are a level
They
9.
don't know the tier caster that you are, I would say, but you are known to be a mage, and considering the feats that your party has taken on, you are generally assumed to be a fairly powerful mage. 1.5 minutes of prep remaining.
Okay.
I think this should work. Sure. We still got prep, so let's look over it real quick. Our goal isn't to attack AMLO, honestly. Rising to his level is, or well, lowering to
You just
his
let him
level.
talk himself into a grave. He's an idiot. He has to slip up, right?
No, he's well.
If he's anything like the ammo from our campaign, Jared.
No, this one is much more controlled.
True, he would have started stabbing civilians by now. For not praying to him.
Wait,
Alright, I think we're ready. We'd like to save the rest of our prep time.
All right, you use 2.5 minutes of prep, leaving you with 6 minutes total of prep to use 14 minutes remaining. All right, you have 1 minute to answer. Your time starts now.
Wait, can you restate the question? So that way it's like we're getting back into it, like...
Magic is an essential part of life in Shan, but its regulation is often controversial. What is your stance on regulating arcane magic use, particularly in light of the rise of rogue mages and dangerous magical experiments? Your time starts now.
Jared, where'd your DM go?
Seriously?
My DM is right in front of me.
Hold on, let me
Yeah, I'm talking about you, baby.
close out, open it. Okay, sorry. Thank you for the question. Regulating arcane magic in Sharn is essential for our safety and progress. First, we need to dedicate a regulatory body to oversee magic use, ensuring practitioners are licensed and
30
trained.
seconds remaining.
This reduces the risk and ensures only qualified individuals perform magical activities within Sharn. Second, we must implement a robust monitoring system to detect unauthorized or dangerous activity, taking swift action against any and all rogue mages. Arcane experiments should be conducted in controlled environments under strict supervision to prevent unintended consequences.
5 seconds.
I yield.
Time. Okay. Perfect. All right. Amlo Kane, you have 1 minute. Your time starts now. Well, here's what I'll say. I never trusted those book-toting nerd wizards. Why are you even trying to learn magic? To rape our women, steal our jobs, hex and enchant, make them closer to hags, and are monsters worse than wizards and warlocks, like people who make a deal with devils and fae or whatever. Why don't you work hard for your magic? I yield my time.
He's talking about you, Kingston.
Makes deals with devils and demons. Taliesin doing the black guy sweating meme.
Thank you, Mr. Kane.
Oh,
Who would like to roll me a D100?
I would like to roll the D100. It's my turn.
it's his turn
Okay.
on the bad luck machine.
Oh boy,
The circle goes round and around. Where will it stop? Who the fuck knows?
17 lowest of the. I have the highest and lowest rolls of the night.
Hell yeah! Technically, you'd be the most average roller.
Alright.
My average is still higher than both of yours.
What the fuck was he on
Alright.
about? You get a message in your head.
This next question is to you, Mr. Nevermore. Shan is home to many different races and cultures. How will your administration foster unity and equality among these diverse groups, particularly in addressing systemic issues faced among certain communities like the Warforged or the Kobolds? You have 1 minute. Your time starts now. How much prep will you be using?
Give me another 2 minutes.
All right.
You could do 230 if you want
230?
to use the extra 30 we saved.
All right. That'll put you at 8 minutes and 30 seconds used. Your time starts now.
We do have Chef currently going to Thronehold to discuss
Yeah, make use of that.
Warforged rights.
Don't just use the stuff I'm sending you. This is like a basic ass outline. That I'm
Yeah, but it's better than what I could think of off the top of my head as a person.
Let's see.
Like, lore-wise, Towson would be fucking amazing at this. That's his whole fucking point of existing.
You said the time was 1 minute?
Mm-hmm. 2 minutes remaining of your prep. You have 1 minute total.
Yeah.
So it doesn't have to be super long. I haven't been getting to the last paragraph of your stuff.
Alright, I think this should be
1
good
minute,
enough.
30 remaining.
Alright. You good to end, Jared?
I think this is all we'll need.
Okay.
Make sure to
We
include
end.
with what Chef is doing as well. If you can.
All right. You seed your time. You used 1.5 minutes, putting you at 7.5 minutes used. You have 1 minute to present your answer. That time starts now.
Thank you for the question. Currently, one of our party members, a member of the Black Roses, going by the name of Chef, is currently in Thronehold discussing the rights of Warforged as a Warforged himself. That is one of the very steps we are taking as we speak. But other than that, fostering unity among Sharn's diverse races, including kobolds and Warforged, is crucial. First, we'll promote inclusivity through community programs and cultural festivals that will celebrate our diversity. Second, we'll ensure equal opportunities in employment, education, and housing, addressing any systemic biases. Third, we will create platforms for kobolds, Warforged, and others to have their voices heard in decision-making processes. Finally, we'll incorporate the history and contribution of all these races into our educational system to foster a shared
That's your
identity.
Thank you. That is your time. We cut back to the wild adventures of Backstage. What is happening with our wacky protagonists?
I'm laughing at Kingston because during the last question, he called you a nerd.
Kingston is just sitting here like, he does know my magic's genetic, right?
That's the thing. He hates certain genetics, Jared.
He just hates me because I'm the better version.
That's my bad.
Human, gray hair, involved in politics. Yeah, he's
Not
worse.
fat.
Not fat. All right, continuing on. I'm gonna be looking at the reactions of his little aide back here, who is probably shitting a fucking brick after the last response.
You turn and look at his aide, and you see a simple smile on his face, almost devious in nature, but not quite. As he takes his notes, as Amlo gives his minority answer.
All right, and Kingston's gonna make his way up to him. I don't believe we've met. I'm Kingston.
Yes, I am aware of who you are. My name is Duke Lukens. I am the campaign manager for Amlo Kane.
Well, it's nice to meet you, Duke.
Pleasure's all mine.
How do you think your guy's doing?
Well, exactly as planned. I don't mean to be rude to a colleague, but we are crushing you in the polls, and we're going to crush you in this election. It was pathetic of you to even enter in the first place.
Man says this, but in 3 days we're rivaling them.
Well, there's a easy problem with that. You have your candidate up there spewing nonsense. Our policy was actually stated in a public service announcement in Middle Tavix Landing. Were you not aware? Our policy is missing? Oh. I was unaware. I gave the presentation myself. I must have been dreaming.
He kinda looks up from his paper at you, And he kind of sets his pen down and he goes, "Oh, I'm well aware of your policy platforms, but doesn't seem like they are." He points to the Civistation screen where, as it turns back to the crowd following Amlocane's answer, you see a massive crowd cheering very loud for him as his time concludes. Sure seems like they're taking what he says to heart.
Where are we, Coke?
Right now, you are in Dura.
Upper?
Specifically, you are in Middle Dura. In let me remember the name of the ward. In Stormhold.
Stormhold's one of the more wealthy districts, isn't it? If I remember correctly.
I don't know.
God,
I'm gonna go grab water real quick with BRB.
please. I would remember this, but I guess I'll go look at it.
Gave you the book.
I am looking at the book. Let's see. Yeah. Well, it would make sense. We are in Stormhold, which is basically just a bunch of aristocratic founding families. But your support among the greater majority of the populace is starting to wane. Have you noticed that in your polls?
No, can't say I have. We have throughout the city 27 different rallies being held on all levels, where screenings of this debate are being held. Every single rally is sold out. So I think we're doing just fine.
Well, we'll see.
Hey, I just saw something really funny, completely out of character.
Mm-hmm.
Real life, you know how a lot of politics is baseless accusations to try to like slander their opponents?
Mm-hmm.
You know how that fucking wretch of a previous chancellor was the most vile fucking person ever?
God, he was a terrible chancellor, yeah.
Well, it would be a real shame if there were unnamed witnesses that said that they saw him consorting with AMLO Kane in private.
That's true. That's true. That would be a shame.
Jared, what do you think?
That's a rough one to make an unsubstantiated claim.
Nobody can even talk about this
Jared,
thing.
that's
Yeah.
fucking politics. 80% of it is unsubstantiated.
Yeah, we do need some sensationalism, I suppose.
All that matters is that people say your name, Jared. That's all that matters.
People know who AMLO Kane is. They know what he stands for, and they believe it. They support it wholeheartedly with every ounce of their being. So, hate to break it to you, but I think we're going to have slightly higher voter turnout than you. And, you know, the people who show up on election night are the only ones that really matter in the end, aren't they?
Yes, the people. Let's see how far your money gets you.
I think it's just far enough. But I do wish you good luck with your campaign, Kingston.
Guys, be quiet. I'm trying to hear the debate.
Is this before or after he gave his fucking magic rant? Can we
This was
just hear
during
that
the
reaction live?
This was the conversation they were having after the magic rant.
How many people use magic in Charm?
It's actually a massive amount if you consider all the Arcano tech.
Well, people who use magic technology, yeah, but there are not a lot of mages who can cast cantrips and spells. The large majority of the population is not able to cast magic, and the majority of the people who can cast magic are basically only know maybe a ritual spell or a cantrip or two that they use for convenience.
Oh, so say like a 5th level spell is actually like incredibly fucking rare.
Third level spells are considered military tier magic. 4th and 5th level spells are kind of unheard of to the general population. Like, they know they exist and they know there are people who can cast them, but they don't ever expect to see that shit go off in their daily life.
Wait a minute. That's an angle we can take. There is military grade spells, military grade spellcasters too. If he's calling spellcasters a bunch of limp dick cowards, what about our veterans?
Hold on.
Mages who served on the front lines saved people with their healing magic. Not all spellcasters are arcane. What about faith in the sovereign host? Are their spells also being lazy bastards? Should they just attempt to save people with what little resources they have on hand?
I didn't comprehend what you said. I was reading a thing, Jared. Please reinstate.
What is to the cliff notes? The cliff notes of what he said. Spellcasters good because spellcasters were veterans. He's targeting veterans.
Ah, I see. Hey, so we do know as players that that Ammo is obviously getting backing from Josiah, right?
Yeah.
The magic contracts make it to where pretty much he could have any fucking ability he wants, right?
Yeah.
Is it possible that he's giving Amlo Kane some buffed up form of mass suggestion?
And the idea crosses your mind. It is possible, but that's a very powerful spell to bestow upon someone, and you don't get the vibe that the backing Ammo Kane is getting is particularly extensive beyond just pure financial backing.
Okay. But if anyone was able to do it, it would be Josiah.
Yeah, probably.
Okay. I don't know, I just thought it was a cool theory.
Well, that's just a theory. A game theory.
Alright, we ready to rock and roll?
Yeah. All right.
Can you reinstate the question again? It was a little break.
Yes. All right. I have
Sure, you
one
said
more
notes.
question for you, Mr. Nevermore. Sean's defenses are in constant need of modernization. How do you plan to handle the ever-growing threat of external and internal enemies, particularly in light of the rise of powerful mercenary forces within Breland and Sean in particular?
Okay.
All right. This is the
prep
last
time.
question.
This is the last question that was presented directly to Olsen Everbleed, or Nevermore. You have 1 minute. Your time starts now. What prep time would you like to use?
In case there's more, don't blow it all.
Yeah.
How much do we have
We
total?
have 14 minutes-ish.
You have 13 minutes and 30 seconds.
All right.
Well, is that with the like 2 minutes or whatever we surrendered last time?
Yes.
Okay. How much you need, Jerry Berry?
Can I get the question repeated one more time?
Yes. Sean's defenses are in constant need of modernization. How do you plan to handle the ever-growing threat of external and internal enemies, particularly in light of the rise of mercenaries such as the Emerald Claw, both within Breland as a whole and within our own city of Sean? How much prep time would you like to use?
Give me 3 minutes. This is one.
Remember, it's only going to be a 1 minute answer as well. But yeah, I guess 3 minutes on the clock. And whatever we don't use,
And
we'll put back in the pool.
external.
Make it snappy, Jared. Make it like in their face, not like long-winded and boring. We gotta grab their attention.
Like snap, crackle, pop. You know what I'm saying?
That's what. Yeah, exactly. That's what Ammo Kane is thriving on.
2.5 minutes
We gotta-
remaining.
Treat them like they're a bunch of like Gen Alpha Zoomers.
I can make it. Oh wait, I sent that to the wrong place. Send that here. Feel free to expand on that in any way you wish. Or do you need more?
Sean, in character. How would a Vel feel about
1.5 minutes remaining.
offering veterans that are in need of jobs as offering them as jobs as like security and defense for the city?
Fine. I mean, jobs where they're needed, and especially if you think defense needs bolstering in some areas, then yeah.
Coke.
Mm-hmm.
From what we've
1 minute.
kind of like learned, how would the general population of veterans think about that statement?
As long as they weren't being forced into it and it was just an opportunity presented to them, the veterans who are younger and much more or are younger and in a much better shape would absolutely be on board with taking that offer up. So you think it would be a popular policy as long as it was not being forced upon them.
Okay.
30 seconds.
Do we want to?
All right.
All right. Fuck it. We do this live. I don't know what I'm going to say, but we do it.
All right. You have 10 minutes and 30 seconds left of your prep. You have 1 minute to speak. Your time starts now.
Come on. You always gotta re-say the question. Helps me get back into character.
All right. Dawn's defenses are in constant need of modernization. How do you plan to handle the ever-growing threat of external and internal enemies, particularly in the right of mercenary forces such as the Emerald Claw within Breland and the city of Sean itself? You have 1 minute to answer. Your time starts now.
Thank you for the question. To modernize Sharn's defenses, we need to invest in advanced technology and magical defenses to enhance our security infrastructure, including upgrading surveillance systems and fortifying key locations. As well as we will be starting a program that will allow any willing and volunteering veterans in Sharn to join in the defense of Sharn. It will be entirely voluntary. There will be no forced enlistment. Aside from that, engaging with communities to build trust and cooperation, making it easier to identify and address potential threats together is another strong point that would also help to unify us as a city.
10 seconds remaining.
Collaborating with neighboring regions and international allies to share intelligence and resources is yet another massive
That's your
step
time.
forward.
Thank you. That is your time. All right. And we have one last question for you, Mr. King. You have been known to support more militarized policing within Shan. Can you assure the citizens that this won't lead to an erosion of their basic rights and freedoms, especially in the more disenfranchised districts? You have 1 minute. Your time starts now. Well, of course! More policing never does anything to law-abiding citizens. I can guarantee their safety. The law only punishes criminals who come into Shan illegally, like the beasts and vampires that failed sun never peaks over here wants to let in. The other day in Skyway, I saw an army of undead invade my neighborhood. No doubt the work of failed sun never peaks. But, regardless, my point stands. We have a rampant problem of crime in this city. And the fact of the matter is, the thing that Mr. Failed Son over here refuses to admit to the people is that the only way to deal with crime is to put more people on the streets, stopping the criminals before they commit their crimes. Do I think there will be any negative side effects to this happening? Sir, that is your time. I don't care. Do I think there'll be any negative side? Sir, that's your time. Shut up, sir.
If you cannot respect the basic rules of this debate, how can we expect you to appreciate and respect the rules and rights of our citizens?
I am passionately speaking because this is important to me, that we protect the citizens of this great city.
Sir, you are speaking against the rules of this debate. Please refrain.
I cede my time. Okay? All right. Well, thank you for your answer, Mr. AMLO King. We will now provide 2 minutes for closing statements. Mr. Nevermore, you are first.
All right.
You have 2 minutes to prepare closing statement. Do you want me to just put your last 10 minutes and 30 seconds on the clock?
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck it, why not? Sean, what'd you think?
Good. I mean, he lost his temper, so I mean, that's not gonna.
Well, on the shutting him down publicly and making an example of it.
That was good.
Huge.
I liked it.
False claims. What do I know that's demonstrably false about what he said?
Everything.
I mean, technically speaking, it's purely emotion. It's emotional rhetoric. So he's not basing much of what he says on facts, which makes it hard to dispute with facts because it's just bad emotions. He says, I think that these immigrants commit more crimes, and thus they need to. I think that these immigrants commit more crimes, so they need to leave our city. I think that magic users are dangerous nerds, and they shouldn't use magic. I think da 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 da. You know?
Yeah.
Closing statement. I agree, mages are nerds. End of statement. Fuck you, wizard's foreskin.
Yeah, that's right.
Based on their discoveries. Let's see. Let's see. How much time do we have for this closing statement?
2 minutes for the closing statement. You have 8.5 minutes remaining of prep time.
Remember, Jared, it's got to be bam, a little bit more emotionally driven.
Snap, crackle, pop.
Snap, crackle, pop, baby.
You have to treat the public like, again, they're a bunch of iPad children.
Woo!
All right. Do you think this is enough for you to be able to get through in 2 minutes?
I can always slow down my speech and put more emotion into it. 5 paragraphs for 2 minutes.
Yeah, I'll shorten it.
No, I'm saying that should be good.
Honestly, adding a bit of speed to it when you've normally been going pretty slow might even make it seem more passionate.
I feel like I was going at a good pace. I'm trying to do like a balance
It
of.
seems slow, measured.
I'm trying to do it like I'm getting my point across, but then at points putting more emphasis on certain words to try to like punctuate my statements.
And here is an alternate version.
See. I like the second one. It feels more offensive against Hamlocaine.
You have just under 6 minutes remaining of prep.
All right. I'm not gonna pre-read. I say fuck it. We do it live.
Oh,
All
No,
right.
Thompson just like stops. He just does a striptease.
2 minutes on the clock. You ready?
Not as ready as I'll ever be, I suppose.
All right. Your time starts now.
Ladies and gentlemen, as we conclude this debate, I must address the false claims by my opponent, Hamlocaine. He accuses us of lacking policy, but let me be clear. Our vision for Sharn is built on solid, actionable plans that will propel our city into a brighter future. We have detailed strategies for economic growth, social justice, and security that will benefit every citizen that were shared publicly in Upper Tavik Landing yesterday, and are available in full to the press upon request. Hamlocaine's rhetoric is designed to stir emotions without offering real solutions. He dismisses the incredible advancements we've made through magic and archaeotech, which have been nothing short of revolutionary. These discoveries have transformed Sharn into a beacon of innovation and prosperity, improving our quality of life and positioning us as leaders on the world stage. We claim that only criminals are adversely affected by the law. His claim is... Yeah, okay. Gift of Gab. Okay. It is not only misleading, but dangerous. Our laws are meant to protect all citizens, and we must ensure they are fair and just. We cannot follow fear-mongering and allow it to divide us or undermine the progress we've made. I believe in a Sharn for every individual, regardless of their background, where all citizens have an opportunity to thrive. A Sharn where magic and technology work hand in hand to create a brighter future. A Sharn where unity and progress are our guiding principles. We stand at a pivotal moment in our history. We can choose to be divided by fear and falsehoods, or we can come together to build a city that stands as a beacon of hope.
2, 1.
That is all.
All right. Hamlocaine, you have 2 minutes. Your time starts now. Yes, why thank you. So, let's put in perspective everything that me and my opponent have presented to you tonight. I am Hamlocaine, the best fit. I've made very clear my plans are all stemmed on the base idea, the base goal of making Sharn safe, making Sharn the great city it once was, and it can one day be again. My opponent, however, He is running on a platform of letting dangerous criminals run amok throughout the city. He wants to allow powerful mages, dangerous immigrants, and, frankly, maniacal maniacs that are the non-humanoids in the city. I can't stand for that. And I know that you, the great citizens of Sean, can't stand that either. So I implore you, I urge you to look deep within your heart and decide what is really important. The social justice, the political correctness touted by my opponent, or safety, protection, and security for you and your family for generations to come. If you care about your family, vote for AMLO Kane. Thank you, and good night. All right. Well, that concludes our debate. I have been your moderator, Nimblin Thimble Snicket, and this has been House Civis Presents The Road to the Chancellor's Office. Debate night in Sean. Good night, everyone, and may you have a wonderful evening as well. People begin to file out as you make your way backstage.
Oh, I thought that went pretty well.
Yeah, you did good.
Are you eating snacks?
Well, they just had them back here.
This was an important debate, and you're sitting back here gorging.
I couldn't even see the debate.
Jesus Christ, Abel, this is like 15 bags of peanuts.
Listen, I get hungry when I'm nervous.
Nervous, or are you stress eating?
Can't it be both?
If anyone should be stress eating, it should be me.
But your boyish figure.
I'm not sure how to take that comment, so I'm going to ignore it.
Regardless. You're
Quit
fine.
eating them! Steals one from your hand, eats it.
As you say that, AMLO Kane walks up and goes, Mr. Nevermore!
Mr. AMLO Kane, what can I do for you?
Well, it was I haven't been doing my voice very well. Ignore that. That was a fantastic debate. For me, at least. God, you looked like shit out there. I do
Wow.
not favor... I do not envy you checking polling results in the morning.
Keep in mind, within 3 days, we've rivaled your polling results. The only reason you were ahead was because you were the only one running.
The pesky progressive. The pesky progressives show up to early polling in droves. It's far outweighed by our voter turnout. So, matters not. But regardless, after the things that you said out there, you have sealed your fate. But it was an amusing challenge for a day or two, I'll give you that. Anyways,
Do you
I
ever
must-
get tired?
farewell.
I must ask. What a dick writer.
You say that, and he turns to you, looks at you, and then just continues walking.
Good
Leaving
luck
you all-
enjoying my father's cock in your mouth.
Hey,
You hear a slight chuckle as he walks out of earshot, and it is just the three of you backstage.
What a dick.
Well,
don't
that went
rise to
swimmingly.
his- Don't rise to his provocation. You see, the thing he underestimates about the term minority is it's only as separated groups.
Kingston, I think we need to have a discussion about our response styles. They sound too structured. We need to add more actual emotion to it. You know what I mean? It was good and we got a good response, but I feel like we could have done better.
I've got to use the bathroom. Abel says, and I say at the same time. So we both
All right.
get up and use the
Bio
bathroom.
break.
Woo!
Bio break, and then we'll close this session out when we get back.
Well, I think we probably won.
Jared, check your DMs.
Yeah, I know.
Just double checking. Now, is it actually possible for us to win this? Like, game-wise?
It's possible. It depends on how well we did among the middle. But
Or is this a scripted we will lose no matter what situation?
I doubt it.
Also, we should definitely open the brewery, as it'll definitely get more people to come meet us.
Also, it's 100% a we lose situation. We haven't figured out how Amlo Kane's rigging the election.
That's fair. He could very well be attempting that.
I mean, like, let's just keep it a buck. Does Amlo really look like the kind of guy who'll leave it to chance whether or not he wins?
No, probably not.
So there's your answer.
We're gonna. In that case, we can pull some strings. Do what Trump did. Have a bunch of lawyers watching the poll sites.
Bro, those videos were actually wild.
What videos?
The videos on camera of people actively fucking with the ballots.
Oh, wow.
Lawyers catching them.
Don't forget the video where they shut down polling in one of the swing states, and then 3 hours later, a van showed up with a little red wagon full of boxes, and they suddenly restarted the counting after they said they were done for the night due to a water pipe bursting. And it was all on camera.
So it's definitely possible. We can ask. Actually, we've got some pretty good connections with the Sharn Watch. We could ask them to be watching the polls.
The Sharn Watch could be in their pockets as well. We would have to hire someone and contractually obligate them to
Remain quiet.
A lot of Sharn Watch are actually veterans, though. And we do have at least the support of Callus.
What'd you think of that contract play with the general?
It was good. You definitely would have lost a lot of Avel's respect and trust if you didn't figure something out there.
I'm surprised you didn't think Towson would do something backstabby and lie.
Well,
It's kind of like his whole thing.
I know, but he also doesn't care about like groups of people that really has nothing to do with him. So
Does
Yeah, I
seem
mean,
to
it's a thing. That's true.
agree to a pretty underhanded backrooms deal like that.
Kingston would have respected your pragmatism, though he would be a bit saddened by their fate. But it would be the only option that would at least even give them a chance. More like your parents and trying to get you to move out rather than them kicking you on the porch with a bag.
Nah. Cook, is it actually possible for us to win this?
I don't know.
well,
Fair
he just can't tell us because
Well, we know.
a spoiler.
I'm not going to tell you what the DC is, and I'm not going to tell you what bonuses you've accrued throughout the course of this debate until after you roll it. But please go
But
ahead.
is it physically possible?
Guidance.
Please go ahead and
Just
roll me
me.
a persuasion check. No guidances, no other things. This is just straight persuasion with bonuses on my end that I will tell you about later.
Okay. Come on, baby.
Come on, soft 30, soft 30.
26.
All right. And you have a bonus of 10 from your debate performance, which
Okay,
means
so
you have a
35.
persuasion of 36.
36. I can do math.
Now,
Okay,
the
huge.
DC for you to make a positive impact was 25.
Damn.
Huge.
The impact gets increasingly better every 5 over 25 and increasingly worse every 5 below 25 that you roll. With a 36, this debate will have significant positive influence on your election standings. Where
Hell yeah.
will put you in the long run is yet to be seen. We will be cutting to election day to start off next session.
Hey, can I do one thing first, though?
Yes.
I do have all my psi points. I will spend the gold. Marking off 250 gold.
Oh, Coke, there is also something interesting. A custom item I wanted to talk to you about. Trying to, like, find a craftsman to make.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, I kind of want to do it in private at some point.
Okay.
And also, I talked to Dante. Shout out Dante. When I told you, Towson's lore. I don't know if I fully explained it well or not. So I guess doing that could be useful.
I'm going to shoot up a divination. And
Okay.
I'm going to ask, will Amlocane attempt to cheat during the polling?
There's a moment without an answer. And it just comes back. Foxes are cunning, not set in their ways. The path forward will be slippery, but treadable. Take that as you will.
All right.
You want to return to the brewery for the night? Maybe consult Rose, see how she and Ewan think it went.
Yeah, sounds good.
Or do you need to go to bed, Goken? That's where you're rushing to end.
Oh no,
He's got the weekend off.
I've got the weekend off. I'm chilling. There's not too much we can do this session after the debate that would be of importance. So I was going to leave things off so that we can kick off next session, getting straight into the action. But if y'all
When
want
do
to
we
keep
get
doing
some
RP stuff,
downtime?
you absolutely can.
Oh, huge.
I'm down.
I'm so down. I love RP. I guess we make our way back to the brewery.
I gotta say,
Okay.
my enjoyment of RP has gone up significantly. Since
Yay!
y'all know,
Huge.
y'all know me. I was definitely a combat guy.
Mr. Combat Man.
Yeah, I'm aware. I was iffy on inviting you to this campaign in the first place because I didn't know how you would do with RP. A heavy RP.
Well, I'm glad to be a good surprise, at least I think.
Yeah. You've done great.
There was like a 50-50 chance I could have just bored you.
Alright, so. Kingston's gonna walk in the door, let everybody in. Close it, lock it, put it in his pocket.
Hey.
Immediately tie off. Alright. Well, upstairs to consult the other two, I suppose.
So it will be.
He completely threw everybody non-human under the bus.
Yeah.
He specifically said a human ethnostate.
Yeah.
He dropped the humanoid pretense.
Yes.
He just lost so much of the vote.
No. He probably didn't.
Well, if I remember correctly, humans make up something.
Rose, Ewan, are you here?
Rose kind of like rubs her eyes. Yeah, I'm up. Ewan's asleep though.
No response.
Can you hear me?
Oh wait, shit. Hold on. Hello?
Hello.
Oh fuck, what the hell?
Sean's only 33%
I don't think his
human.
headset is.
Hello?
Hello?
Hey, welcome back.
Okay, cool. Okay.
Sean's
Sorry,
only
I couldn't hear what you were
33%
saying.
Human. The rest is made up of other races.
There are two resident NPCs weigh in yet.
Ewan is asleep, and Rose said, "Yeah, I'm up." What?
Did you see the debate?
Yeah. I mean, you put on a pretty good performance. I could hear chanting for AMLO outside, though.
Oh, that's not a good sign.
No, I would not say that it is. He seems to have a lot of support throughout the city. They're very fervent, very loud.
Well, a silent majority is definitely something that we can possibly count on. His supporters are in a bit of a frenzy. Not many people will want to actively declare support for his opposition like that. But when the polls come around,
I hope you're right.
Speaking of polls, we need to start making preparations now. I got a response whenever I tried to divine something. A fox is shifty in its ways. The path is muddy but treadable. I think he's going to try and cheat the polls.
Concerning.
So what are we going to do?
Pokemon, go to the polls.
Well, I can't believe that was a real fucking thing.
One,
I don't know who created Pokemon Go, but I need them to create Pokemon Go to the polls.
we need to incentivize
Just
the
chilling
turnout.
in Cedar Rapids.
That's the
Oh
biggest
my
thing.
god.
And we also need to secure it however we can. Maybe talking to Kellis, seeing if he can't pull some strings to get a lot of his veteran, former servicemen to help. Could be of much use.
Oh, that couldn't be a good choice.
All kind of scoffs at the mention of him.
Like it or not, he's an ally in this. Especially now that AMLO has siphoned off everybody who was not human from his campaign.
In my eyes, that old man isn't much better than AMLO.
I'm not sure about that one.
Regardless of who's morally in the right, what we can know is that, in theory at least, based on what he said, we now have a majority of the population, 67%, are non-human. The next
And When will the next polling come out, Kingston? The next surveys.
Maybe a day, 2.
I cast haste on the polls.
It works. You have a pole in your hand.
I can cast haste. Let's fucking go.
Vel discovers he can cast magic, and it's a 3rd level spell.
Yeah, no, Abel has haste. It's canon now, but he can only use haste in matters that it does not positively impact anyone.
Wait a minute.
Wait.
I cast haste on the BBEG, then immediately end my concentration.
Wait. True. Casting haste wouldn't directly benefit me, but the dropping of
Coke.
concentration does.
Coke watches as a finger curls on the monkey's paw.
That is a legitimate strategy that people use. Is hasting on their enemies and dropping concentration.
Yeah, you just gotta trick them into believing that you're on their side. Because it does specify
That's the thing.
creature.
Oh, Jared, like the one time you joined that one really untrustworthy bad guy and it caused the end of the campaign because everyone died.
Fuck off. Alright.
Ooh. Maybe. I don't know. I wasn't there for that.
No, it happened.
Who was running that game?
Me.
Can I be mean?
Sure, go for it.
That's bad DMing. You give your party an out.
He did drop a sunburst on me. The blood.
No, that was-
Yeah, that's
8th level spell.
That was Nate that dropped a sunburst on you, homie.
You gave him the sunburst.
I gave everyone a really powerful spell to use.
You gave me a 4th level spell. You gave him an 8th level spell that countered.
What
that
level was the
spell.
party?
Like 14, 15.
Okay, that's not too unreasonable.
I don't think we were that high.
You were that high.
When I left, I was only like 8th, 9th level, maybe.
Oh, and the highest level magic item we ever got was like a +1.
Well, y'all didn't do side stuff.
Whatever.
I gave y'all
got
so
a
many options.
Sunburst dropped on me.
Hey, take that up with Nate.
Whatever.
Hey, just
My
because I
character-
gave him a gun doesn't mean I told him who to shoot.
I'm gonna.
All right, back
I'm gonna
back
cut
into
the
it.
recording.
No.
Oh, are we?
Oh, are we done? Well, we can
Are
add
we done?
now.
Yeah, it is about midnight.
Yeah, we can call it if y'all are ready.
Yeah.
All right.
Koga, I do want to
sounds
talk
good.
to you about the secret fun item idea.
Cutting in.
Wait, but I want to talk to Cook about my
two,
secret
one.
item idea.
What